And a very good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio. Thank you to those watching on YouTube, listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. We greatly appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Hangout, which is brought to you by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts. More than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider by Canadian store. Canadian man Iwanyk, Zachary Kubusch with you here. Joining us, it is Guy Flaming. Season 22 of the Pipeline Show is underway. Friend of EST, he's back in the Hangout. And Nasty Club member with us for the first time on the Hangout. El Presidente is in the Hangout. So
there we go.
First time.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. Long overdue.
Well, maybe. Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So what nasty number are you? Do you know?
171, I think.
171,
yeah,
okay,
I didn't
cool.
get into the first year, so got in the last two, though. So it's
right on.
Trying to make most of the events. Missed the fun spiel because I was coaching hockey the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. But made the first two this year, so see if I can make it to the Estes again this year.
I was going to say, do you have tickets?
I have tickets, yeah.
Okay, good.
I do have tickets already. So.
Nice.
The Estes presented by Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Sold out September 15th, Barcelona Theatre.
Sold out, eh?
We sold out.
Fantastic.
So we sold out. So it's going to be, I mentioned it to you guys off air. Josh Clausen, who will be the EMC, Chief Meteorologist of CTV Edmonton. We had a nice coffee yesterday going over the show. So, yeah, it's coming along. Now, ball's just in my court to get the balloting out to the Nasty Club members to vote on, as well as get the presentation done. So, yes, what is it? Today's the 26th. It's coming quick.
It's a busy boy.
That's awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you seem very ready, Maddie.
2.5 weeks. It's great.
Yeah,
it's not coming quick.
Not a painful smile at all. Great.
No, well, I'm waiting actually on our trophies. I ordered the trophies last week, but the people haven't gotten back to me.
Ooh.
Usually get back to me quickly with the mock-up, so I'll have to maybe follow up later this week. So can't have the Estes without a trophy.
Well, yeah.
Are they very different from year to year?
No, I've kept them the same.
Okay.
I've wanted to kind of, because like you get the Grammys are the same. Until I can't get these trophies, I think I'm stuck with these. Like, well, not, but I think I want to go with these trophies to keep them the standard.
Well, how many categories are there? Like, how many trophies do you hand out every year?
Well, like it changes.
Sure.
Yeah. We're like, what, 15 to 18?
24 category or 24 awards this year. 24 awards.
24.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
That's
I think
up from last year, I think.
Yes, it is.
So if you bought like 250 trophies in bulk, you'd have them for 10 years and you'd probably get a discount.
Oh, I never thought of that. But I get them marked.
Like, they have to be the specific category?
They get marked up for like guest of the year and it gets written on it.
Right.
So I don't know if I could get that done.
I should know that.
Stuff.
You
have one.
Since I have one.
Yeah.
Put plaques on
Friend
them
of
and
EST?
get those done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just get the plaques done later.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have beauty list inductee.
Yep.
Beyond this, so I then think that's 24. So I think there's 23 categories and then beauty list inductee, which does not go to a vote or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's how the number is. So there'll have to be, there's too many categories to give away at the show this year. So there'll be a couple pre-done on the Hangouts.
Gotcha.
I'll have to do a couple early awards, early giveaways. The full envelopes, everything. I got to get going on those too.
Yeah. Presenters, people coming up to the stage. Like
Presenters will be, well, I already have half of them figured out because, it's the staff.
Oh.
You have to present. Everyone here is going to have to present.
Okay. And that's
you guys are all going to be doing it by yourself.
I love presenting. It was great. I think I did it with Trev last year.
Yeah, there won't be joint this year.
You have some guests as well, like some sponsors that.
Yeah, I'll reach out to them. That part of presenting, I'm not worried about because worst case is, I have Clausen could do it.
Sure.
So I have somebody with the mic on the stage. So yeah, no, I've got some musical guests. Actually, I have to reach out to the second musical guest that got to me yesterday.
Second musical guest. Wow.
Shoddy Mills guest. No, I don't know.
It's not a teeth, is it?
It is not a teeth. It is not a teeth.
Yo,
I did kind of want Shoddy Mills a little bit, but I didn't walk over to the business center to go find him.
Yeah, he's too famous now. He's hanging out with a YouTuber, a former YouTuber.
Is he?
Yeah, Benny and I would know kind of in 5 to 8 years ago was like a superstar in the meme online culture world. This guy named iDubbbz. He's done some, let's just put it, questionable things on the internet. And now he lives here in the Edmonton area. And he's been around with Shoddy Mills, like walking around and So
Are you aware of Shoddy Mills?
No.
Okay.
okay, good. Okay,
There's just some local rapper that has become a cult hit with the Nasties.
Oh, okay.
Drain Valley.
Yeah, the rap scene is not my bag.
Not mine either, but my kid knows who he is. We ran into him.
really?
He actually went and met him at we were at a hockey game, an Oiler game, and he actually went and sat beside him for a little while, got his picture taken with him and stuff.
Oh, cool.
That was last year. I think Vegas was in town, I think, or the Islanders. I can't remember which one it was, but went down and sat with him for a couple minutes and got his picture taken. A few of the kids from the team did the same thing, right?
Right.
Hockey
Yeah,
team.
of course. Yeah, you got to get the full picture. No doubt. I mean, if I ran into him, I'd ask for a photo.
Well, come with me next time I go to the Costco Business Center. You might run into him.
Yeah,
Apparently he works there.
I think so.
People have seen him there.
Well, yeah, we might be doxing him. I don't know.
We've talked
Well,
about that
this is a
before, I
big thing.
guess.
I know.
Hasn't he posted about it or something? I don't know.
I
I don't
think
know
he
enough
probably
about it.
has.
I only know about Shoddy Mills because of all of you
He
guys.
performed at a wedding. the other
Might
day.
just be a cool place to hang out. The
Costco Business Center?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
as
dude,
fun.
it is.
There's no
Really?
food court. There's no,
No
food
food
court.
court.
That's true.
It's
I
the
know.
business center. Like
Yeah.
the business center is fun to go find like ridiculous amounts of quantity of things, or you want to go look at like,
trophies for the
no, they don't have any
They just got
trophies.
Estes trophies.
But if we wanted a hot dog machine to like rotate hot dogs, like they have one of those, or
Okay.
those type. They have actually some really nice cooking
some
knives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Alright.
of commercial cooking stuff is in there.
Yeah. So if like you like that stuff, that's cool. But if you're looking for like other cool things, no, they don't have it.
It was freezing cold in there though. Like it is not a warm place. You walk in and I guess how they have the actual freezers in a regular Costco, they just have I'm sure they had regular ones too, but they had the huge freezer room.
Okay.
So it kind of, all the cold air came out and I was like almost shivering in my boots, but you go through so fast. I love going there. You just go there for like pop and
Right.
I don't know. That's what I did. And spent like, so much. And they scan you through before you even get up to the till.
Not always.
Not always?
No,
Okay,
that's
only
it depends
sometimes.
if it's busy, and they'll do that at all Costco's now.
Yeah. Sherwood Park does it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay,
So if they
well-
see a long line, sometimes they'll come and they'll pre-scan you.
Well, I felt really
So then when you go up to the register and they scan you, it's all pre-done, and you just pay.
maybe they recognized you and were like, oh,
Yeah,
We're gonna help this
is a
guy
big
out.
shot. Yeah, I gotta go help him
VIP
out.
treatment for Koob.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2-time SD winner, I think.
They saw his performance at the Estes 2 years ago with Josh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that won. That was Song of the Year, and then the next Estes, I won an SD for that performance with Josh. I think is what happened. Live performance.
Well, anything
and
you would have
then
won
song.
for that one would have been last year. You wouldn't have won
Yes.
anything at that first one because you performed it live for the first one.
Oh, but didn't I make the song before the first Estes? So I won Song of the Year at the first Estes, and then we performed it live at the very first Estes.
Did you guys record it live?
Yeah.
Record
or did
it
we
first?
record it
No,
after?
you recorded it
Oh,
after.
it would have been I don't know.
You guys performed
Maybe I
that
just
live.
won
It was
two.
something new that you guys just unveiled that
Right.
for the first time at the Estes.
Yeah.
So it was not eligible for anything at that
Oh,
Estes.
that's
Anything
right.
you would've
Yeah, we
won
didn't
would've
have it
been last year.
recorded.
Because
Yeah,
you
we
buried
just
the
did it
beef
live.
at the Estes, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what happened.
You
We had
guys
a
were
huge
butting
rap
heads.
beef.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about them beefing.
Rap battle. I don't know.
It was
That's
really
what it's
bad.
called.
Yeah, I'm glad we
It's not my
forgot that
scene.
saga. Yeah.
And then you guys dropped. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, good
And
memory.
good thing we're both still, around. Usually rap beefs don't
That's
end that
right.
way.
Somebody goes missing somewhere.
Yeah, some way. Speaking of, well, with the Tupac trial going on, I don't know. I get
Is there a
updates
Tupac
with that.
trial going on right
Yeah,
now?
the only person to have really ever been tried for the murder of Tupac Shakur.
Wasn't
No,
this like
nobody else.
30 years ago or something?
Yeah,
was in
they
the
found
90s
him
for
in
sure.
the last year or two, I think, and then now the trial has actually began.
Okay.
I don't know. I hear tidbits of it, but I guess you guys are outside of that world. Jasmine would know a lot more, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was
I
a
don't
trial
really
going on
fully.
when it came to that.
No.
He
No.
died in the 90s. I know everyone was wondering whether he's. I know the conspiracies. Is he really dead? Or is he actually alive? I know there's that conspiracy that's out there. Didn't know that there was a trial going on right now.
Machiavelli was another rapper that released something after his death and sounded exactly like him, so they thought it was him. Is
Never
what I
heard of that
understand.
name.
But I also wasn't alive at the time, so I don't know how much of that was really prevalent, or if I'm just have my tinfoil hat on and just scouring the depths of the internet, the rabbit holes in the rap game. It's vastly interesting.
Rap and hip hop, not my scene. So, like, even when he was alive and putting stuff out, I don't know if I was aware of who he was or his music.
Right. Are there any like rabbit holes though that you guys find yourself like getting caught in? Whether it's like it's old sports. Like for me, for a week or two, I was into big for some reason the CFL logos and the history of CFL teams.
Oh, yeah.
And going back like 85 years to see what the BC Lions logo looked like or something like that. Do you guys get hooked on like sports or like specific movies or anything like that on the YouTube wise, or just
That's
reading
interesting.
articles?
Probably. And nothing's coming immediately to mind, but probably. I think that's where you're just watching YouTube, you stumble across something, and then you watch the next thing that pops up, and you just keep going. Yeah, probably. I don't know, like UFOs or Bigfoot or stuff like that. Sure, I suppose.
Mostly shorts, I think. Like I go through, the shorts start playing, and all of a sudden I just find myself sitting there for a while, and like, holy cow, it's like an hour and a half later, and just I'm not sure where the time went or what I actually did with that time. Right?
I know. It's like, whoa, you blink and it's already gone 45 minutes. You're like, oh,
That's the danger of
geez.
TikTok.
yeah.
That is that.
Yeah.
It's, and I remember we had a presentation back at the old place, and it was like that. They designed it to get you to just scroll that one more, and you keep, and then it's 20 minutes later, and you're like, I'm going to do one more, and then it's another 20 minutes later. It's designed to just get you hooked to keep going through them, and it gets me quite a bit. Sometimes I'll go on and I'm like, oh, an hour later, I'm like, holy crap, I was just on TikTok for that long.
Yeah, especially
I just
before
know
bed.
I just can't open up the app. If I open up the app, I could be gone for a little bit.
I don't have TikTok.
Don't get it.
Good.
I don't
No.
either.
Fully.
I just got
I'm
on
not
social
missing
media
out.
again here about a year ago, and
Yeah.
that was only to meet up with Huss in Regina last year for the Labor Day game.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I got even on Twitter or X.
TikTok's great for certain things. Like I actually do find it fascinating to learn different hacks, different ways, like or just cleaning things. Like if you're trying to, hey, this way to clean a stove. Oh, cool, I'll give that a try. Where you're like, if you need to go and fix something, like you could use YouTube. You could also use TikToks. Like there are some learning things that you can get done with it. There are also then just really stupid things that happen on TikTok.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Sure.
And you get caught in that. And like with the rabbit hole thing, you keep scrolling and your algorithm's like, oh,
You like this?
he likes this. Oh, so
Go.
they keep just throwing it at you, right? Like
Yeah,
that-
you put your phone down accidentally and you keep it on one video that you were really not interested in. But if you just actually put your phone down or just talk to someone,
Right.
it thinks that you now like it. So now you start scrolling and then it's going to register a few more. So your algorithm's a mix of new things you actually like and things you don't like, but the algorithm thinks you like and it keeps sending it to you. And it's hard to, I wish there was a way, like, I just want to reset my algorithm today.
You can. Yeah,
Can
it'll reset to I guess some sort of base point, because I've done that like a couple times. I'm like, okay, like I want to start getting, I don't know, like more learn how to cook, things that'll actually help me.
You're trying to
instead of
learn
just
how to cook.
Trying to learn just things. I don't know. Things that aren't just like memes or like brain rot or anything like that, where I'm just like, yeah, I spent 45 minutes. Did I actually learn like anything in that time? Or even like a sports fact or something like that? Like just because I was like, okay, this is getting like,
Is that where you got your McDonald's
much. It's
fact
too
yesterday?
Probably at some point.
You were-
somebody
you were-
told me that.
Zach yesterday on the show said that Edmonton has the most McDonald's per capita in the world.
Is that accurate?
It
Or
is
that
not.
Just pulling that out of your butt.
It actually,
Canada.
though, I've seen it is in Canada. Or at one point there was some, because I did Google it after, and you just had the
I was really wrong.
part of it. Well,
What place did they?
Edmonton got a ridiculous high number of McDonald's, actually. I think it's possibly the highest in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
The biggest I saw was Orlando when I Googled it.
Per
A few
capita.
other spots. Per
Like
capita.
St. Albert's got 4.
How big is St. Albert? 75,000?
No, I think it's more than that now.
Is it?
It's got to
100
be
yet?
close to 100.
Are you really?
Well, Sherwood
I
Park
think.
has, 3 at least.
Yeah. And you do the
3
math on
McDonald's?
that.
Yeah,
Like I
at
don't know
least
what
3.
their threshold for whatever marker it was, but I went on a couple websites and it was like, okay, compared to some of the other Canadian cities, it was like there's per McDonald, one McDonald's location in Edmonton, it's roughly like 20 to 22,000 people for that one McDonald's. So it's like almost every other block or whatever.
Wow.
Orlando, Florida has about 20 locations per 100,000 people.
That's a lot.
St. Albert is,
45,000.
as of the 2020 census, St. Albert's 70,000.
2020 census.
Yes, I don't know what that was
so,
Wikipedia,
I mean,
so I don't know
that's
where it's changed.
more
But
than
so
half a decade
basically, you guys would have to have 20 of them, or St. Albert. Not
Yeah,
you.
that's
they would have
crazy.
to have 20 of them to be tied with Orlando or up with for per capita. Dane, Ohio has 15 per 100. Columbia, South Carolina has 14 per 100, and Vegas has about 12 per 100.
Holy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot of McDonald's.
That is a lot of
It's like Tim
McDonald's.
Hortons around here.
Yes.
True, maybe that.
Tim Hortons was
Also,
every street corner is
Starbucks at
about-
one
yeah.
point. Starbucks was ridiculous. I remember there was a spot North Edmonton where there was 4 of them, I think, in one intersection. Because there was Safeway had one. There was a standalone. There was the Chapters, I think, had one inside of it, and across the street there was one. So there was like 4 different Starbuckses right at the exact same intersection, probably about 10 years ago.
That's dumb. That's just.
Because, how many Starbucks do you need?
Oh gosh, can't cross the
get
street.
There's only one spot of the corner that didn't have one because there was 2 on the other spot. So that part of the intersection is like, well, you're screwed. You got to walk across the street. Everyone else is like, well, which one do I want to go to today? Do I want to go inside the Safeway, inside the
all have
standalone,
different
inside the
vibes.
Starbucks, or go to the standalone over there?
They all have different vibes, though, right? You can go read a book,
Yeah.
have a Starbucks. You can go shop,
Yeah.
have a Starbucks. Just go to Starbucks. Different options, Maddie.
I used to
That's
like
what people
Starbucks
want.
quite a bit. They screwed their rewards up. Their rewards is not as good as it once was.
Yeah, it used to be. You could buy what? It'd be like maybe 2 coffees and then get one free. 3
I
coffees,
can't
get one
remember.
free?
It would be to get stars was super easy. And it would be, I want to say like 25 stars got you a coffee. It might not be, it might have been 50 stars. I could have those numbers a little reversed. I thought it was 25 though. And now you need 75, 100 stars for a coffee or something like that.
What are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what that means.
Starbucks rewards program, you get stars.
Oh,
So for like, it used to be, now I know this has changed again, for like every dollar you spent, you got a star. If you had a Starbucks card, every dollar you spent, you got 2 stars.
Okay.
And then there's things where like if I open up my app right now, there might be a double star day. So
Right.
if you go buy, you get more stars. And then that's the reward system. So then if you collect so many stars, you can get a free coffee, a free food or whatever. And it used to, back in the day, it used to be, it wouldn't take a lot. You go buy a couple of coffees and you can get a free coffee.
Right.
And then they've slowly, consistently changed it.
Okay.
And now it's just like ridiculous.
Every
It's
place
very
though
cool.
has their own. Like, I mean, Tim Hortons, like theirs is decent, but it's like a game. Like you keep scanning the points, and you're like, okay, like I don't know, 10,000 McDonald's points is like nothing, though. But it's like I don't know. Like for the stars, you keep getting more stars. You know you're gonna get another coffee, but you're like, okay, like now I'm gonna have to. I'm so close. I might as well go buy more coffees so then I can earn this. It's a weird thing. It's like it's the same thing as like, not the same thing, but like scrolling on the TikTok or whatever. It's like I don't know. You have the goal set that you can see. Like they hook you with the points. I think.
They used to. They don't now.
No, not you.
I'll go to Starbucks every so often. I got my rewards. I'll see when they expire and do something with them. But outside of that, I'm not
Okay.
trying to get more stars.
you have to give them your name, and then they yell your name out when your coffee's ready. Is that the deal with?
They do
Starbucks?
if you order, but I'm not personable like that. I don't go up to a cashier and order things.
He orders.
I use the mobile order.
Okay.
I always do the mobile
I pretty
order.
much do with everything anymore now.
And
Everything's
then-
mobile almost for
And
me.
Starbucks is great for it though, because like if I'm getting a Starbucks on the way here, I will do it like before I leave my house because you could set when you want it or something.
Right.
I could then roll into the parking lot, walk in, grab my coffee because it's just sitting there, walk out, come here.
Right.
And not
That's
have
the
to
best
talk
part,
to anybody.
Don't have to, and I don't have to wait in line. I don't have to wait for anything. Like it's going to be sitting there.
Wow.
And the mobile order is like, it actually is very nice. And like, I don't know, you feel like a little bit of a dick sometimes, but it also feels really special. Like when it's also super busy at a Starbucks and you just walk in, walk right, grab your coffee and walk out as people are waiting in line to get theirs and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Or just order.
Or they're just, yeah, but so it's, I like, but even yesterday, I know it's, I went with Josh to Starbucks for our meeting for the Estes and he ordered. So yeah, it was give your name and Josh orders ready, all that stuff. And then Jay wanted something for when I was coming back. So when I was done, I'm like, oh, I see it as bye, Josh. I'm going to get Jay something. I did it on the app. But also, I didn't have my credit card with me. So that you kind of need that when you buy something.
Right. Well, you can get it on
But
the
it's-
on
the
the
app.
phone or whatever too. Yeah.
So that's why I did it through the app, though, was also part of
Everything has
that.
your
But then it's also, I just ordered and then it was ready. I stayed outside and then
Yeah.
I walked in, grabbed it, and left. It's lovely.
It's nice.
Tim
and
Hortons has
convenient.
the mobile app.
Yeah.
Yep.
I use that one regularly.
It's a sore spot right now in our household. My wife likes to do the pre-order.
Yeah.
But she rolled up to the Tim Hortons to pick it up, and their because she gets like a latte or something like that. Their latte machine was shut down for the evening, being cleaned, and they would not refund her money, and they could not provide the product that she had already paid for. So there's a bit of a controversy in our household right now that we're not supporting certain companies right now today, which I should not have this on my. We're just
I bought Guy a coffee this morning.
That's it.
It was all me. I didn't buy it for anyone else, but I made sure to get Guy a coffee.
It was here when I got here.
And he said, no, I can't drink this. And I said, no, well, it's going to go cold. Here, Guy, have this coffee.
Yeah. It was a whole to do.
When was this?
I don't know.
This like last week.
And it hasn't been resolved?
No. Oh, I'm not sure what they did. I think they wanted to give her store credit. And she's like, well, I've already paid for my product, your latte or whatever.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a support on the app that you could just like message them.
Yeah, there should be. Or that you can just cancel your order or refund.
Well, they should be able to do that, you would think.
So I'm not sure what's happened with it since, but I know there's at least one person in our household boycotting that particular establishment right now.
Too bad.
Well, that's the risk with mobile ordering, right? If you'd hope that the stores would have some sort of mechanism in place so they could actually say, well, we don't have this at the moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, you order something if they're out, or
Then you can't just order
ice
right?
cream on McDonald's. It's broken. Latte machine. That's not fun.
Yeah, I know with the Starbucks one, it's you could order something from one location, but if you switch your location to another one and they are sold out, it will pop up not available at this location. But if they happen to just run out,
Yeah.
and it's not registered yet, like I guess what do you do? So
Yeah.
okay, well Tim Hortons not a good spot right now for the Flaming household. It's also not a good spot for Benny.
Oh,
Benny's had a couple
He's
of
had a few
issues
issues
there.
the last few days, hasn't he?
He got a nice
Last
coffee when he wanted a regular coffee, but then yesterday he got a whole egg instead of scrambled egg in his wrap, and it's a big difference apparently. I don't know.
Oh.
He was
it
very
depends
upset.
though. How
Okay.
busy was it?
No, but
Like-
he ordered the farmer's wrap, but it was supposed to be scrambled egg he asked for.
Yeah, he talked about
But
that.
then it was a whole egg that was in there. Like,
the real egg.
like-
And then Jay
Instead of
offered
the
to cut it up for
powdered.
him.
well, yeah, we're like, well, we'll just chop it up. No, it's not the same. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he said that apparently the scrambled eggs is like the powdered version of the egg, or maybe they changed that out. I don't know. They make it different. It's
Powdered egg sounds gross.
it really does. Apparently, it's better. Benny said it himself on the Reed Wilkins show yesterday. It's better. Or he's like, why does the real egg taste worse than the powdered one? You'd think it'd be the other way around, but yeah.
But
If
he's
I was
also
Benny,
part of
though-
a weird generation. No offense, Zach.
Hey, it's not the generation, okay?
It
It's
is.
the people.
Do you call it the Dawns? Dawns?
It is Don's. I asked my.
Have you ever heard of Dawns?
Yeah, my kid does it. He's 18 though, so
I saw the poll.
Yeah, it's the same.
But no.
Same thing.
that's the reason
I've-
I know it.
I've heard 1,000 nicknames for McDonald's, but I've never called it the Dons.
I get
That's an
100.
Italian restaurant.
Or just Dawn's.
Yeah.
I want spaghetti and wine, as Gager said yesterday.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Dawn's.
Who wants to go to Rotten Ronnie's?
I've never heard that either. I'm not going to lie.
No, I've heard that.
See, that's
Growing
my
up, that's
mom.
what it was.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
born early 60s, and she's
Mickey
like, yeah, Rotten
D's.
Ronnie's was the thing.
McDick's has also always been one that's kind of been out there.
McRaunchies. I've heard that.
Yeah, just
Raunchy
let's just
Ronnie's.
make up a new thing.
Rotten
Let's just
Ronnie's,
start up a new
Raunchy,
thing. So
raunchy
everyone.
Ronnie's too.
That too. Anyway.
Raunchy Ronnie's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a bad strip club in Florida.
You can get burgers at it. I heard they're great. Like the Don's thing though, Maddie. If I took like 100 people from my high school class, I'm sure 100 of them would say that they know.
Yeah, that's fine. It does, I go back to.
It's
I don't.
a generational thing.
You guys,
Nick Anderson didn't know what
make
Don's
me sad that you guys are the future of this world.
Well,
That's the
yeah.
issue. Like
Just
I see
because-
these things
just
and
like-
I go,
Dusty is the
Now
same
I'm
thing
worried
as
about
Benny.
this.
I know a lot of. Actually, I know of some picky eaters. Which
I'm not
is
talking about just the picky eating.
Oh.
It's just it's a very. You didn't know who Bret Hart was.
Well,
I fear for the future
there's
of
no
this
reason
world.
for me to know, Betty.
Well, there was clearly.
Sure.
If you don't know the history, you may not have a future.
I think we talked about this the last time I was here about how you didn't know who Bret Hart was.
I know it's.
So I fear for
now
the
I do.
future
from
of our
Alberta.
world.
Yeah.
Plead
From
ignorance.
Alberta, you should know.
Yeah.
The hitman.
Well, they're from the other city. Though.
I understand
If it was
that.
from the
Yeah, but
Edmonton
he was our
area, it'd be
boy.
a little bit different.
One of my greatest sports moments was being at the Coliseum and chanting "You screwed Brett" to Shawn Michaels.
See,
One
but
of the
I
greatest
was never a
moments of my
WWE
life.
fan though.
It's like, yeah, but there's a history. Like the screw job in Montreal was it 97, 98?
Maybe I have
somewhere
somewhere
around
to
there.
watch.
That was a huge deal. I remember off the record with Michael Landsbridge the night
Yeah.
they like went all in on this.
Yeah.
Like it was a massive story.
It was.
Wow.
when the
Yeah.
screw job happened.
And you don't have not recollection because you weren't alive or you were in diapers.
He was not alive.
Like you haven't seen that match or anything like that. You know,
You haven't heard the story of the screw job and
do
stuff.
yourself a favor.
No.
That one's an
That's
interesting.
a
If you want to
YouTube
get down
rabbit
a
hole.
rabbit hole,
that would be a
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
get behind that one because
Okay.
that is Brett was going to the WCW,
Right.
but he had a match in Montreal, and I think how did it go? Brett didn't want to.
He didn't
wanted
want to lose it in Canada.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lose the title in Canada.
Right.
And Vince
But
McMahon
Vince
told
didn't want him to
to take
leave
the-
the company with
the
as the champ.
championship.
Yeah.
So he quickly told the ref to like a quick end of match.
Well, spoilers. He's going to watch the match.
Well, geez.
You know, it's a
Thanks for
screw
the
job.
spoiler
What, he's
alert.
had all these years
it's
to
only
figure it
30-some
out.
years old, so
Yeah.
Well, I've had less years technically because
And it was
I
just
haven't
like
been
this, they're like,
conscious.
but it, like watching it and seeing the video of it and all that.
Yeah.
But like, it was a huge deal. And like, it's so
Yeah.
much so that Canada would always chant. Do you know who Shawn Michaels is by any chance?
Heard of
Okay.
Shawn Michaels?
You heard of him, but not Bret Hart.
Well,
Michael's been.
I've
around
heard of Bret
still.
Hart.
He's
But
still
once
involved,
Canadian.
kind of.
Yeah.
I know Corey Hart. Don't wear your sunglasses at night.
But good one.
Well,
But so
older than
anytime,
that.
That's the
anytime
lyric. That wasn't the lyric, but go ahead.
I wear my
Yeah.
sunglasses, but you don't want
It's like,
to.
don't wear your sunglasses at
Just
night.
don't wear it.
It's a different
You
song.
don't want to though. Don't be that
shouldn't.
guy. You can't see in the dark.
anytime Shawn Michaels would roll through Canada, he would be chanted, "You screwed Brett," the Canadian fans. And even they'd be in a storyline where Shawn Michaels would be the hero,
Was he
face or whatever.
another
Like
wrestler?
in the States, he'd come to Canada and they'd still hate him. And it was like Shawn Michaels hated that. Like in the end, he got really annoyed by this, and like the WWE struggled with that to a degree because like no matter what, they're trying to sell Shawn Michaels as the good
Yeah.
guy, but Canada would always be against him. Being Canada, you screwed Brett. You screwed Brett. Doesn't matter. Canada always was against him, all because of the screw job. So do yourself a favor and read up on that one. Like just honestly,
Yeah,
it's a fun,
okay.
it's an interesting little story that happened that involved
Yeah.
a Canadian great and all of that.
Well, I know, like, so the Calgary Hitmen were actually named after
Yeah.
the Hart
He
family.
was one of the original owners.
See
if I
that?
remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's the story that I should know. Not even the fact that he was a WWE.
No, but the WWE time was also great because he like it was the Hart family. There was him, there was Owen, the British Bulldog, a few others,
Right.
and
See,
then
I
like
knew about
Dynamite
Owen.
Kid was-
and there was
I knew
always
that part of it.
Canada versus US. Like, and they'd come to Canada and they'd wear like if they were in Calgary, they'd wear the Flames jersey. There's
Oh,
pictures
wow.
of Bret Hart and the Oiler jerseys and stuff because
Really?
they come up here and it's and there was a full. I don't know if it was a house show or an actual pay per view where it was Canada versus US.
Yeah, I think it was it Survivor
Oh,
Series?
that's cool.
Was it a Survivor Series?
I'm not sure. I don't
One of
remember.
those.
But there was
Yeah.
something like that. Brian Pillman was part of that because he came up through Stampede Wrestling
Yeah.
way back when.
So
But
is
like
that
it-
like the golden age of WWE or just wrestling?
No, that would have been
For
just
me, it
before the
was.
golden age.
For me,
I
it
think.
was because I wasn't watching a whole lot like when it became The Rock and Stone Cold. That was a little bit after my wheelhouse for watching wrestling. So I was more like, geez, WrestleMania 3, Hogan and Andre the Giant and Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat and all those guys. But the Hart Foundation they were great. That was a great tag team. They were really cool.
And they train in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Right?
the
That's what they
house.
called it, yeah.
Stu Hart's house and all that down in Calgary.
Is that the father?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the father, Stu, and then Owen
And they had Stampede
Brett?
Wrestling, which was one of those.
It was- yeah,
I
it was
guess a
Western
local
Canada.
show you would call it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
but Western Canada, and then you'd be at like some show or something else, and like a convention. There'd be the Stampede Wrestling, and
Yeah.
I used to go to them a few times in Lacombe when I was growing up.
it was fun.
But like
yeah.
the screw job was great because it, how scripted wrestling is, but it becomes very real at the end of that match. Like Bret Hart is pissed and he is destroying
He spits,
monitors.
does he
And
not?
He spits right
he
on 'em.
gobs on McMahon and he then they go like you can find
Because that
like
wasn't
the-
scripted now at this point. Like they
No,
went
that
off
was
script now.
Yeah,
To screw
like,
Bret.
when he loses his mind, that's for real. Like he's pissed and like he does the whole WCW thing to this camera, like because he's leaving the company and he's like, screw this. And you can see all the behind the scenes footage now and stuff. What happens when they go backstage? Like he punches Vince McMahon in the face. McMahon's got like a big shiner. He's all puffed up.
Wow.
Yeah. Like do
Oh,
yourself.
that's
That's
pretty-
the rabbit hole you should go
Yeah,
down.
that,
Yeah, this isn't
That's
just
pretty
like
intense. No, okay.
it's a fun story and
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
it's an
It goes
interesting
past the
story
wrestling
and going
aspect
into
of-
all
yeah.
of that and seeing how it played out and like just understanding like this was. Did you ever see on the Off the Record with Michael Landsberg?
no.
I think that
Okay.
was done before he probably was born.
Oh, that ended in, I want to say like 15, 16.
Was that
Really?
long?
It went that long?
Yeah,
think it
I
was
went for
still
a long
on then,
time.
The record.
Oh,
It was like this.
yeah.
It was literally like
Pretty much exactly like
he
this.
did this. They'd have 4 random guests on. He'd also have interviews with people, but they'd have Canadian people on, whether it be Canadian, somebody trying to sell something, sports figures, all that, and
That's
they
so
just talk
cool.
sports for 30
Yeah.
minutes. But that whole next day was because he always did wrestling though, but there was a full screw job because it was massive story across this country. Brett got screwed, and Montreal screw job. It's a big deal. So yeah, read up on that later. Watch that tonight.
WCW is not affiliated at all with the WWE.
they are now.
They were and that's where the
Yeah.
golden
They
era
weren't.
for I think overall for the company was just after Bret Hart.
For the business?
Yeah, because when Stone Cold really took off and The Rock took
Yeah.
off.
The Canadian era, the Canadian golden era.
no,
what
the
it is?
full
That's
era.
before-
After
Oh,
that,
it's
once we
still
got
in
into
it, okay.
Stone Cold and The Rock, Triple H, all of that, it was late 90s, early 2000s. That's when wrestling
What do
was
they call
at
that?
its
The
peak.
Attitude Era?
The Attitude Era. It was.
They
it
had the
was
two different
peak
companies, right? You had
wrestling.
WCW and you had WWE, and they were competing for Monday night ratings.
That's right.
Eric Bischoff had WCW over there,
Yeah,
and they
with the
were, they
Nitro,
were
Monday
going
Nitro.
at it. And WCW was taking people. Like it was, they had the NWO. They get Bret Hart. Bill Goldberg was out there.
Goldberg was with them.
It was the
before,
Live
but-
Golf.
Yeah, but it was.
That's almost exactly what it was.
But then eventually the storyline, and as a kid, I didn't know it was this way, but Shawn Michaels and Stephanie McMahon bought WCW. And live on Raw, they were at the WCW event and said, "We bought WCW because we're coming at you, Vince." And you're like, "Oh my God." And then for the next year or whatever is a storyline of WCW versus WWE that
Right.
ended with a Survivor Series of WCW versus WWE. Kurt Angle saved the WWE. They beat WCW. But behind this, the business is because WWE bought out WCW. They took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Smart
they
way
made
to
it a full
portray it.
storyline of how to kill the WCW, where they made it to this whole thing, and it was that in itself. I almost want to rewatch all of that because that was a fun time.
There's a series, is it Dark Side of the Ring? Something like
Dark
that?
Side of the Ring.
Yeah, yeah.
I think, and this is like 4 or 5 seasons deep, might even be more than that now.
7 now.
Oh yeah,
But one of the first episodes in the first season is the screw job. So you'd have like a documentary, like an hour-long documentary
Wow.
on that to watch.
Yeah, I've heard Hernan.
I don't know what platform this show is on.
Crave.
It's on Crave? Okay. But I think there's also a WCW episode as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, there's some of the
breaks-
stuff that you hear, and I've watched. I think I'm at the end of season 6 now.
Okay.
But some of the stories from some of the older ones, like, there's legitimate guys being shot
Yeah.
in different cities because everybody thought it was real back in the 70s, right? 80s.
Yeah.
And people legitimately going after these guys with weapons and trying to hurt the heels, right? Legitimately trying to hurt the heels.
There was a guy that got
Wow.
killed in Puerto Rico or
Yeah.
Dominican or something
Yeah.
like that.
and
yeah, I
one of
remember
the
that.
guys, who was it from Montreal? Dino Bravo.
That's right.
Apparently he
I
got
saw
shot in
that
his
one.
house. He was apparently had ties to the mob somehow.
Yeah.
Potentially, like that's what the storyline or the story was. But just some of the stuff that you hear
my
about some of these
gosh.
guys, it's just like, and you don't.
Yeah.
Some of those guys I never heard of before,
Right.
but watch
but
them anyways
still.
just to see, right?
Yeah, connected
What the
to
story was, right?
promotion. That's the one thing that fascinates me though, is how they carry things through, like whatever season or year, or how they describe it in the WWE. Like the storylines though that are in there or have been in the WWE, it's fascinating for those like behind the scenes being a part of that. Do you know what I mean? Like to
seeing
be in
how
a room
they-
with people.
So I didn't finish it, but there was a Netflix. They had a WWE Unrivaled, or I don't know. There was like a 4 or 5 episode part where they took you fully behind the scenes of how they come about their storylines.
Right.
And it was actually very interesting to see the full behind the scenes of wrestling, of
I didn't
how
see
they
that one, but-
they dictate. Okay, well, we want this guy to be the headliner of WrestleMania, and then he
Right.
wasn't doing well enough. So do we have to switch him from being the headliner of WrestleMania, and how they dictate who's going to win Royal Rumble? It was fascinating watching how that all went behind the scenes.
I didn't see that one. The Vince McMahon 4-parter was really, really good, though. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that
That was
one.
Yeah.
on Netflix, right?
Is it Mr. McMahon
Mr.
or something
McMahon,
like that?
yeah.
That was really good.
He's a terrible person,
Yes.
but from a business perspective and from a wrestling perspective, he's one of the greatest businessmen there is and promoters there is.
Well, I remember him watching him on TV as an announcer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just
for
a
sure.
skinny guy. Like, yeah, he wasn't using steroids at all. As he comes out jacked out, all of a sudden he becomes Mr. McMahon, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And he just loved being the heel.
Yeah.
Totally.
He was always the heel, except until it was WWE versus WCW. Then everyone was behind Vince because you're trying to save WWE and stuff.
Yeah.
And
No, the Mr. McMahon character was a great villain for sure.
yes, and that's with that. And then him versus Stone Cold was a storyline that just went for years.
All the time.
It was almost
Forever.
constant.
It was
Yeah.
just amazing.
So he was. How did he come to be then? So he was behind the mic, like as a announcer.
Yeah. He was ringside announcer originally.
So he's
His dad
ringside
owned the
announcer.
company originally.
Oh, so then he kind of took over from his dad, and then
I think he bought out his dad.
Yeah, I think
he
he bought
was
his dad
brought
out.
into the fold not only as somebody who owned it, but was a part of everything.
I don't
Yeah,
think anybody knew he owned it when he was just doing the ringside announcing. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Information wouldn't have been as widely
No.
available.
Yeah.
So
And actually, Dash in the Park said he thinks that the Montreal Screwjob was the Survivor Series in 1997.
Okay.
Oh,
So it might have been part of that same
oh really?
storyline to
the
some
same
extent.
saga. Yeah, that's all, like these peak moments so that people remember. Because I mean, I know Hulk Hogan. Like, I don't know the major things with John Cena or The Rock or anything like that. But I played the video games. That was really my extent of it. But I had buddies who were like so into it. Like the fact that WWE is so big, not only is it like, I didn't know you can even watch it on TV. I just wanted the little action figures of the games.
Right.
Like how many promotional things that they really get is
Sure.
awesome to see. Weren't they just here in Edmonton too?
Saturday
Oh,
night they were here.
Yeah, that's right. And then
It was a
so
house
few
show.
of the- a few of the guys
That's
were over
cool.
at West Ed, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
The house shows are fun because it's not televised and they'll just do some different things and stuff. The house shows are fascinating. It was always fun though. It's it's rare to happen, but once in a while there'll be title matches during house shows, which aren't again televised, and you'd throw on the next Raw and the title would have changed hands. You're like, what the hell happened here? Like, it wasn't a pay-per-view. It wasn't during Raw or SmackDown, but at house shows, sometimes they'd occasionally switch a title. And you're like, whoa, what
Would they
happened?
ever show, like,
and
a
they'd have to
replay?
explain that. Well, I don't think they'd ever really show a replay. I think they would
they
just
just
say it.
gotta
How
say.
there was a show on Saturday and the title changed. You're like, what happened here?
Wow.
That was always fun to see those happen. There was a big thing though, Monday nights, and this is why I'm sad for your generation in a way, because I stood by they never watched wrestling. He never did. Benny never did. And there was a thing where at least every guy at some point in their life was a wrestling fan.
Part of puberty.
It was you may
well,
not
I
have
did it
stuck
on the
with
trampoline, you know, like
but
the
you would
WWE.
watch it for 2 or 3 years. There was something about Monday nights, 6 o'clock, I think it was. Maybe it was 7, right after Sports Center.
On TSN.
On TSN, they'd kick into Monday Night Raw. You'd watch it for 2 hours and a little bit because it would always go, it might have been 7 o'clock because it would bleed past 9 o'clock a little bit. And that was how you started your week. You watch Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was all on YouTube. Just the highlights. My buddy would show me because he was more into it than I was. And I don't know if it was like my parents didn't want me to watch it or anything like that, or they probably didn't know.
None of our parents fully want us to watch it, I think.
Yeah,
We all did.
that's true. That's true. I
Or
mean,
maybe
it is-
not. Maybe my dad was okay with it because he watched it.
It's like martial arts
point.
or whatever. Yeah, he was getting into it. Like the fact because it was on Monday Night Raw and then it was Friday Night SmackDown
Which was usually taped on a Tuesday.
was the two.
Yes, but
Isn't there a Thursday
it
show?
started as Thursday.
Yes, they did.
SmackDown used to be
Yeah.
Thursday. So it was Raw, and then they added the SmackDown.
And
then
when
it
was
switched to
Nitro?
Friday.
The WCW Nitro.
That was Monday
that
nights.
Monday?
That was
That's
Monday
because
nights.
I created the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, they've added NXT and all those
Yeah,
things, which
that's what
I
it
have.
is.
I don't know when all that other stuff is. But then SmackDown eventually got moved to Fridays, and I think they're live.
They are now, I think. I haven't watched it for so many years, but I think they're live now.
Yeah,
they
but yeah,
used to
they're-
be pre-taped.
Because it'd be this, it would be in the city of the Raw. Wherever Raw was on Monday, they'd record SmackDown the next night, I thought.
Sometimes they had different rosters.
Or did they
right?
switch them?
For a while, they had different rosters too.
They did. And there'd be the whole, I think they still might.
They do. I'm pretty sure they still have different rosters.
Because then after WrestleMania or something, when they set the new year, there's usually a draft or there's the
Yeah, there
changing
used to
of
be.
the.
Yeah,
remember
for
that.
Sure.
Because they had too many employees, too many wrestlers employed for one show, so they had a draft so that
And then every
half
year-
of them would be on one show and the other half would be on the other show.
And then you'd switch
my
them. I never watched much SmackDown. It's just Mondays. So when a guy got traded or sent to Friday, it's like, crap, I'm not going to watch him much.
Until the pay-per-views and they kind of go against each other.
Right. Royal Rumbles or whatnot.
Yeah.
Cage match was actually a thing. Was that actually a thing? Okay.
a cage match?
Yeah.
Dude,
They've been around for since the 70s, 80s.
No, I don't get it because like it
you've
looks
never seen
so-
Mankind and The Undertaker?
Hell in a Cell.
That's
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell too.
Oh, that's what it is.
But a cage match is the
probably
four
clips.
right on the rink. Hell in the Cell is a full enclosure that goes around the rink.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in the Cell. And it would
That
be
one's
great because
awesome.
like you would have the pay-per-views for it, or they'd be, well, we're going to have this, but then there'd be the occasional like Raw or whatever. They'd start the show and they'd show you, they'd have the shot of the Hell in the Cell or the cage and you're like, oh my God, we're getting a cage match tonight. And you're just so pumped because you're getting a cage match.
Oh, just random. Yeah.
And even before
You didn't
that,
really-
Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, I love that show too.
That came out mid-'80s.
It seemed like it wasn't on. It wasn't every Saturday.
No, it wasn't every Saturday.
But
It was
I
once a
didn't
month.
know because we didn't have like the internet, so he didn't know exactly what the TV schedule was. So I'd wait every Saturday. It's like, oh, it's not this week. Okay. Oh, next week. No, not this week. And then it'd be on. You're like, yes, finally I was able to watch it again. Yeah, Saturday Night Main Event. That was great. That often had title changes too.
Yeah.
They'd have big matches because that was, I think, probably before their pay-per-views. Maybe the WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, I don't remember when that. I mean, we're talking now 30 years plus.
Because they now
Yeah.
have, they
40
brought
years.
it back. They brought it back once, I think, and got rid of it, but now they're back again.
Saturday Night Main Event.
I think they do Saturday Night Main Events again.
that right?
But like once a month, once every 2 months or something like that. Somebody will correct us because there's a few people in the chat.
Jesse
that can explain
Ventura.
it.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a cage match was fun.
You've never seen The Undertaker and Mankind.
I've probably seen a
Hell in the
highlight
Cell.
of it, maybe a
Oh,
GIF.
do yourself. a
but
favor.
I always played it in
sending
the game.
Mankind off of the Hell in the Cell into the announcer's table.
Yeah.
Like he throws
Okay.
him off the top of the. You can't fake that. Like
That's
There's an
dangerous.
athleticism
The guy
now necessary for wrestlers. There always
falls
was.
30 feet.
That's bad.
Well, that was, and that's why it was such a big deal when Shane Michaels was taking on Undertaker a few years ago at WrestleMania. It was back, and it was a Hell in the Cell.
That's right.
Because you're like, well, Shane O'Mac's going to jump off of this Hell in the
Yeah.
Cell at some point, and he did it at
You
some
got to
point.
credit that guy too. Like
Yeah.
Was there a trap door on the top that you could drop down?
Well, no, there was
It'd break.
one of the.
they
Or
broke
break?
it.
Right.
That
Yeah.
is one of the ones, or one of the original ones, where they fell through it.
Oh shoot! Yeah, okay. Because I mean, I'm just relating what was in the game. I'm like, okay, I don't know how true they were staying to the actual. So yeah, the cage would come drop down. There's one little door that you would have to like break through.
So yeah, this is Hell in the Cell. Yes,
This is Hell in the Cell.
it'd be locked.
You can throw people off. You got to climb up the side,
Well, you can.
literally like a fence.
It was just a normal match. There was nothing. The cage was just there. I don't know why. Ultimately, really don't know why. Like they locked them in because they'd always break out, climb to the top, and do something
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
up there.
fall through
Unless
the
there
middle.
were some matches. I guess first one out did win. I guess.
Well, those were the original cage matches,
Yeah.
and I don't think you could go through the door.
You had to climb
Originally,
over the
you had to
cage
climb
match
over
to
it
get
originally,
over
I
to the
think.
other side.
Man, now I want to go. I'm gonna do the rabbit hole tonight.
Yeah.
Watch some of those.
You know what he's doing tonight now?
Yeah.
like there's some good memories though playing because it was SmackDown vs Raw 2006 for the Wii.
Oh, those video games were fun.
Legendary
Never
soundtrack
had
too.
the Wii. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. So lots of like, I don't know, Papa Roach and kind of grungy and rock and underground stuff. What's the one? Is it called Money in the Bank where you have to go up the ladder?
Yeah.
Get the briefcase.
Yeah.
So that's like a ladder match, but they made Money in the Bank is the added part because that one, I think you get a contract where you could challenge the
You can win the
world
yeah.
champion whenever you want over a year or something.
Something
you
like
could
that.
cash in your contract.
so good.
But the ladder match would also, they'd take the belt and they'd hang it above.
Right.
And first one to grab the belt down and all of that.
I think it was one of the original ladder matches. Was for a title up top.
And then there's buried alive matches. What's the coffin match where you had to put someone in the coffin?
Wouldn't that have been buried alive?
I thought that one was actually with the dirt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, there
what?
was, there
Never
was at least
saw
one
that.
where they were actually in
Yeah,
the dirt.
so it was like whoever threw like whoever got somebody into the
Was that
into the
Undertaker?
pits, yeah, and threw some dirt on them. One
Was that Undertaker Kane?
probably, I think so.
Never saw that one.
But then there was
or
the
Matt
coffin
Conley.
ones where you had to get them in a coffin and close the coffin, and you'd win.
Yeah, Yokozuna was in one of those with Undertaker.
Good lord.
The best part of wrestling ultimately was though, and I don't know if it's still possible these days, but you'd watch something and one of the lights go out and then also an Undertaker's right there, but it'd be the pop of the music when you weren't expecting someone.
Yeah.
You're watching and then their
Yeah,
theme
that's good.
hits and you weren't at all thinking that this was going to happen and you just lose your mind. I don't know. I hope that
Yeah.
still happens when people are watching.
yeah, it should.
I hope that there's no spoilers of like, well, The Rock's in town and everyone's expecting The Rock is
yeah,
right?
yeah, the leaks.
Yeah, you know, I hope there's the leaks aren't there to ruin those because those pops when that music hits.
Yeah.
It was.
You
just
hear the
excellent.
glass shatter, and you know, all right,
All right,
Stone Cold's
Stone
on the
Cold's
way.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rope
that's
match.
good.
Wasn't there a rope match? There was a rope match. Was that? I forgot what the rope match was.
I think you were tied together.
Was it?
There was a leather match like that too. Leather
Yeah.
strap match, and you'd be tied together. You had to touch all four corners.
Wow.
They had the
And those took place back in the 70s even.
the no DQ matches where they would just anything goes. They would
Yeah,
always
you
go
can use
random
chairs.
places. It used to be the hardcore belt.
Yeah.
The hardcore belt was the best. I think it's retired now. You're it could be challenged whenever. If you get pinned, you lose it. So they'd have fun clips where then all of a sudden some guy's
Yeah.
walking to his locker room and then somebody comes and starts beating on him and pins him because he brought a ref and now he's the hardcore champion.
Or in the airport.
Yes. It was awesome.
Silly stuff like that.
Oh, when did they get rid of the hardcore belt? That was such a fun belt.
It's always the ref just like lurking in the back. You need the ref there. Yeah. And the camera's there by chance. Oh,
Yeah, by chance.
Yeah.
Just happens.
Hardcore championship
So
belt.
good.
Here we go. Look at how old. Look at that belt.
Oh my gosh.
You can
that
buy
looks
it for
phenomenal.
$224 on a WWE shop right now if you want a replica.
Well, it's crazy.
It went from 98 to 2002.
98 to 2.
So, yeah, it was
only a few years.
hardcore rules, no DQs, no countouts, pinfalls count anywhere.
Anywhere.
A rule was implemented out anyone to challenge the champ at any time or any place provided a ref was present. That's all I needed. So that's why they would bring a ref and then all of a sudden they knock the person out with a chair or something,
Yeah.
pin them, and they're a hardcore champ.
You're out for dinner with your family, and you get clotheslined, and
Yeah.
the waiter is the ref.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like
rips, you know. Yeah. Like Superman, and you
Mind you,
can
that
see
was-
the stripes.
That would have been about the same time as ECW coming out too, though. Which is why I think they probably came out with that
huge.
hardcore.
I kind of wish I was more into
ECW?
ECW.
Is that another?
Extreme Championship Wrestling. It was
Oh, okay.
barbed wire. Like,
Oh my
it was
gosh.
insane.
Yeah.
They were, it was a small venue.
Yeah,
Which
Philadelphia.
had, yeah, and had like a balcony on top,
Yeah.
and they would do ridiculous things. They'd be jumping off the balcony.
It was some sort of
Jeez.
ballroom. I can't remember what the name
Yeah.
of it is.
I
Yeah,
look up on
wow.
ECW too, and then WWE bought them eventually, and those guys came on. That was Rob Van Dam and things like that.
Yeah.
It was a wild show. But,
Sabu.
so, okay, in a house show in 2002, on July 26th, the belt changed 4 times. The hardcore belt. A house show on 27, 4 times. Like, so it changed hands 230 times.
5 years.
In that short span, it just changed hands, the hardcore belt. It was outstanding. Good times. Hey, the British
Say
Bulldog
held
was.
it the longest. That might be a little bit.
Oh,
of a
do they
dig.
have the longest reign?
Well, it's wild to
3
me
days.
Hold it
now.
for 3 weeks and you're good.
Yeah. You're probably up there in the top
97
5
days.
Oh my
Big
gosh.
Boss Man won it October 12th, 1999.
the big boss, man.
He had it for 97 days. There, Al Snow had it for 91.
Okay.
Rob Van Dam had it for 90s.
Nice.
But there's a lot of people that had it for like 1 or 0 days because they lost
Yeah.
it that day.
What's at least like 12 minutes? 6 minutes. Oh, that's really good.
Did it ever happen?
I'm
Oh,
glad
Edmonton.
some- Oh,
Terry, fighter, won it in Edmonton
That'd be probably Terry
on
Reynolds.
Raw in 2002.
Gold Dust's wife.
wow.
Is she Goldust's wife?
Terry Reynolds
Yeah, was. Yeah, Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Edmonton is
El
part of this.
Presidente.
Do we have any others?
It's one of my nerd things. I don't know.
Wrestling insider.
Not quite that much. Definitely not anymore.
And Steve Richards. Okay, how does this go?
Steve Richards.
Steve Richards. Richards.
Had a jobber.
So Terry pinned Richards during an interview to win it, and then he immediately pinned Terry to regain the championship. So in Edmonton, it switched twice. So the Edmonton is part of
one
hardcore
interview.
championship history.
In one interview.
Yeah.
That
There
is.
you go. That's probably the shortest reign.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh. Shortest reign.
There's lots to like
a
about
difference?
wrestling.
Yeah.
Like even
The
just
drama.
the promos that they all do.
Oh, gosh.
Well, they used to do. I don't know if they still do them, but with Mean Gene and pull Macho Man to the side and do a little promo for an upcoming fight. Those are always great.
Yeah, the characters are good. It's very.
Yeah.
Now I feel the need and the desire to go down that rabbit hole.
There you
a
go.
little bit.
Just get into the screw job first.
Yes.
Make sure you do that one
That might get me
because that was the big thing.
right.
Yeah.
Good times.
Uh-huh.
I've watched a couple of WrestleManias. in the last 10 years or so.
Like you just toss it on when there's a big event.
Find it. Yeah.
Because Cody Rhodes was a big one, I think.
I think
what,
he
he
still
won a
is.
couple.
He's the face,
years?
one of the faces of wrestling
Yeah.
still right now, I think.
Okay.
I don't know all of them. It's not like it does feel different. What they don't do chair shots to the head anymore.
Well, probably for CTE stuff, right?
Well, that is right. So they've had to make some changes, but and I understand why. There was just something though about the chair shot to the head back in the Attitude Era. None of that. Everything went.
Oh, yeah.
Everything went.
Well,
good
even
times.
before that, they used to blade themselves to bleed, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
They'd have weight razors with them, and they'd
Yeah.
cut themselves to make it bleed, look like they actually took a shot.
Dangerous,
Yeah, they got
man.
me a few times too with some of their storylines. When Vince McMahon was in a limo and it blew up.
So
I,
wait,
honestly- I thought he died. Like I'm like, how? Like he literally went in, closed the door, and boom, it exploded. I'm like, how's he alive? And they never got to finish that storyline because Chris Benoit he murdered.
Yeah, it was about that time.
It was the week before or whatever.
Yeah.
And he murdered his wife, his kid, committed suicide. And that Monday night, Vince opened. They
Right.
didn't have a crowd, and Vince said, "We're honoring Chris Benoit tonight," because they didn't know what had happened.
Right.
And they said to show, and so they threw that storyline out that night because Vince was right there.
Yeah.
Had it Vince there, he died.
Yeah.
Like he was there a week ago. So they had to throw that storyline away. I'm fascinated where that one was going. But yeah, he closed the door. It exploded. I honestly, that's what 15-year-old me. I'm like, how the hell is he actually dead? Like I didn't know what was going on because I'm like, well, I know it's not supposed to be real, but I don't know
Yeah.
where they would have cut this.
Yeah. That's funny.
Good times.
Wow.
Well.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. Now the UFC and the WWE are under the same
Yeah.
Yeah.
ownership.
TKO.
Yeah. So I wonder, I don't know. People have been asked about like, oh, is the UFC going to go WWE route? And even their fighters are like, yeah, no chance. It's not going to happen.
Well, they've been under the same banner for a number of years now, no?
Yeah,
like it's been a
couple,
few
three,
now,
maybe.
and we haven't seen anything really come
Well,
up
CM
with
Punk's
that.
like the only kind of guy who's crossed into both, but that happened like over 10 years ago. He fought
No, there
once
was
in the
others.
UFC.
No,
there are others.
Ken Shamrock.
Ken
Yeah,
Shamrock was the
Shamrock.
famous
Oh yeah,
one.
way back.
He was the
in
first. I think
day.
he was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Right. I guess the other way around too.
Ken Shamrock was
And
great.
Lesnar.
was true. Yeah. What am I thinking
Rock's done it.
Did Dave
Is-
Bautista start as a
of?
UFC guy?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
He might have.
Right.
He's
Oh,
turned
yeah.
into a great actor.
What am I talking about? That's the most recent one though, is it? No, Ronda
Ra-
Rousey
Rousey.
Yeah.
went one way.
She went the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a bit.
And the other lady, Carano, didn't she?
Gianno
did she go to
Carano.
WWE for a little bit?
I think she was WWE, but she had fought. I don't know if it was under the UFC banner, but it was under like Jake Paul's kind of thing. Like how Jake and Logan, like, are they the biggest, how big is Logan Paul in the wrestling world? Is it just because like he's an internet guy?
I think so. He's a douchebag in real life. Like, am I allowed to say that?
Oh,
just
for
did.
sure. Yeah.
He
it's too late
is
now.
though, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I've seen a couple of his fights. I gotta give him credit. Like he actually is fairly athletic in his maneuvering, and he looks capable.
I think he's built for that.
He's an
world.
athlete. Yeah.
He's just not a good person from what I
No,
understand.
he's done some things.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Bautista, he left WWE, went to MMA outfit Strike Force.
Right.
So he never went to UFC, but he did do some MMA after that.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, and Dash saying that there was I think the 24/7 title changed hands 201 times, resulting in 202 officially recognized reigns over its 3-year history. So that's how ridiculous it was. Great times.
Yeah.
I
I
know
believe
that.
we talked wrestling for an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that though. That's good.
We had to encourage Koob there to get into on the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You guys have convinced me.
Got to give you a list of fights you have to see: Screwjob, Undertaker, and Mankind to Hell in the Cell.
Okay.
I'd say the Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man from WrestleMania 3
Right.
was the best fight in that WrestleMania. Hogan and Andre had all the attention, but their fight was the most entertaining. It was really good.
I think Steamboat was actually an MMA once upon a time too. I think.
Was that right?
I think he was a kickboxer or something like that.
I
Remember
gotta
when
check
Macho Man
into that.
clobbered him with the bell
Ken Shamrock.
off the top rope? Shattered his larynx. Larynx. His throat.
Larynx?
Throat.
Yeah, thank you.
I think
Yeah.
Larynx.
Jeez. Yeah, somebody.
That was the storyline anyway, that he broke his throat.
Right. Oh, well. I mean,
So,
there
then
have
he
been
talked
some
like,
things.
"Oh, yeah, still gonna get you.
Had to have surgery on it.
Sound like Jazzy the other day when she was here.
Her smoker's voice. Come on, toots. Yeah.
This is the EST Hangout. It is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts for more than 2 decades, helping Canadians through life transition. Find convenient locations and the latest deals on their website. That is sentinel.ca. We got Guy Flaming of the Pipeline Show, El Presidente, Nasty Club member, Zachary, Kubusch, Iwanyk with here. Coming up at 11 o'clock, we do have the Lock Shop, Dusty and Huss. We've got Oil Stream today, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkett Show with Jay Milne. Reed's still off for the rest of this week. And then Crush Performance on our audio stream later tonight here on Edmonton Sports Talk as well. Season 22 of the Pipeline Show kicked off this past weekend after a little bit of a break, but season 22, can you believe it? You're almost as old as Coob with that.
That's right.
The Pipeline Show is almost as old as Coob.
Holy cow. That's one way to look at it for sure. Yeah, no, did I think it was going to be like that? I don't know. No, probably not. But I was talking to somebody recently who asked me how, like, could I do another 22 years? It seems, if I'm alive that long, first off, but I don't know. 25 is a nice round number. 30, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to retire because of the show, so I'll be doing it till I die, probably.
Yeah, if it's something you enjoy doing. Clearly you do. You've been doing it for 22 seasons, so.
Got nothing else to do.
You're into WHL previews?
Yeah, I get the GM from every team on to talk about their team, and right now it's important with the way things have changed with the landscape of junior and college hockey, where you're getting a lot of players coming into the Canadian Hockey League especially from the States. There's a lot of unknown quantities. So there'll be, like, the Oil Kings open their camp on Friday. There'll probably be 20 players there I've never even heard of. So and every team is like that. In fact, I had Travis Crickard. He's the GM of the Swift Current Broncos. I just chatted with him yesterday, and he told me, I asked him, they have like 109 players coming to camp, which is,
seriously,
to me, that's a ridiculous.
That sounds like a football camp.
Not even
Sounds excessive for a football
I don't know how
camp.
you have a camp with that many players and are able to evaluate them properly. But I said, how many of those are Americans? He says, we have 33 Americans coming to camp. He said, and it's not a joke. He said, there are so many Americans coming that Canadian Border Services called me and asked if this was legit because they had so many players coming across the border saying, I'm going to try out for the Swift Current Broncos. Like, that's unheard of. 33 Americans just for one team. That's how things have changed. So it's reasons like that I need to talk to the GMs, because the coaches don't really know those players yet, and the play-by-play guys are still learning about those players too. So get the GMs, and it's been really good. Did it last year. It was very informative, and so far it's been pretty good too.
So with the changes, like this is with the NCAA allowing players to go into the CHL.
That's right.
Had this happened as much last year? Like, would there have been like 4 or 5 American players compared to this?
Yeah, it's
30?
It's only been 18 months, really 19 months since the NCAA changed that rule. So last year was sort of the first year. And so there weren't a lot of it. There wasn't a lot of it yet, but like the Oil Kings had 3 guys on the team at the start of last season who normally wouldn't have come because they do have intentions of playing college hockey. So 3 years ago, those guys weren't coming. Medicine Hat, I mean, there was a lot of attention with Gavin McKenna leaving and Ryder Ritchie leaving. But they also replaced those. They lost 3 guys to the NCAA, but they brought in like 7 or 8 really good American players at the start of last year. So in fact, Medicine Hat was better last year, point-wise, than they were the year before when they won the league championship and went to the Memorial Cup with Gavin McKenna. They had more points last year. Wow. And I don't think people are realizing everybody is focused on the players who are leaving because they're drafted already. People know them, casual fans know them. But the league is deeper now. And to me, it's better. It's a shame that you're losing some of those marquee names, but if the league as a whole is better for it, then I guess I'm on board.
Well, those guys would have played in the AJHL before that, right? Or some of the other junior A leagues, because that still kept your eligibility available for NCAA, right?
That's right.
So with that change, obviously now you're also getting players that come back from NCAA. Oil Kings had 1 or 2 come back last year. I think
that's right.
One came from ASU, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Zemlak.
Yeah.
But there's also now you're running up to, okay, there's only a limited number of NCAA Division I teams as well, and it's not all of them that are bringing in CHL players. The high end teams, like there's going to be a real separation between the haves and have-nots at college hockey, where you're going to have like 15, 16 teams, 20 maybe, that are way better than the other 40. And they're starting to get log jammed with guys where they don't have room to bring in the players that they want to, so they're pushing them back to the CHL. So we're seeing guys who maybe intended to play college this year who there isn't room for them yet. So they're coming back, and that's good for the league too.
Well, I mean, you got your 18, 19-year-olds coming back again.
That's right.
As opposed to with some of them leaving.
Yeah.
You were losing some of those players because they were going to go play NCAA.
Right. Had a good year, want to go try out somewhere, don't make it where they want to be, and then kind of come back. There's no limitation, though. Like, you don't need a certain amount of, in the CHL, like Canadian players on the team whatsoever. Okay. Well, I guess it crosses the border, but
yeah, I mean, you have a limit of 3 import players, Europeans, not Americans. That doesn't count.
that does, yeah.
But other than that, it's wide open. So
And still 3 20-year-olds?
3 20-year-old players.
Still the max on that
Yeah.
one. No, there was always going to be a pendulum swinging and seeing how it all shaped out, how all this was going to play. And maybe we're getting closer to the point of, okay, this is what the new landscape now is going to look like and go forward with. But the idea that every Canadian top player is just going to go get paid fully in the NCAA, maybe that's not going to be a reality.
Well, it's funny because I had Bryn Chiswick is his name. He's the GM for the University of North Dakota. He was on my first episode this past week. And I asked him, when you're talking to families now, when you're out recruiting and the player or the family is asking you questions, how far down the list is how much can you pay me? And he said, if anybody mentions that, they're not playing for us. Like, they'll get to the money eventually, but if that's a priority, then they're not going to play at North Dakota, which I found interesting that was a red flag.
Well, there's certain schools, though, that can offer, that amount, no?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, like even in the hockey, I guess, who would it have been? Like some of the top hockey schools. I don't know. Some of the money trickles down, I guess,
in the
some of
NCAA.
other sport. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'll be the Big Ten schools, which there's 7 Big Ten hockey programs, which you got a conference called the Big Ten. You only have 7 schools in it.
Hey, their football and basketball don't even have 10. They have more than 10.
more.
Yeah,
They're nowhere near that 10 mark.
I like the Big Ten logo. Doesn't make sense.
but Purdue doesn't have a hockey program, at least a Division I hockey program, for example. So, but those schools all have access to NIL money, and there are a few others like Boston College does, but Boston University doesn't. It's weird how some schools have that ability and others don't, or I might have had that reversed. But it's not an even playing field, so that's why I think that separation will become a lot more evident at the college level.
Yeah, that's interesting to keep track of, because it's like if you're a good hockey player, if you want the money right now and you go to a team and it's like, well, yeah, we don't want to bring you in, or
You got to be a
just
Gavin
give you
McKenna at that point, or the top
True.
prospects who
Yeah,
know,
again,
like
those
now
are-
you've got
offer.
multiple options.
Yeah, those are Big Ten schools like Penn State and Michigan and Michigan State. They've got that cash. But like there are programs, you go to Denver, you're going to Denver because they win championships. Nobody's won more national championships than the Denver Pioneers. So they've got a pretty strong incoming crop of freshmen, and North Dakota is very similar. Those are hockey programs. So if you're going there, it's not necessarily because they're backing up the Brinks truck for you.
Yeah.
Do you have an easy time getting the GMs on, all of them?
In the Western Hockey League, most of them. There are a couple of teams who are a little bit more like Willie Desjardins in Medicine Hat doesn't like doing media, so I usually end up getting an assistant coach. But Joe Fraser's really good, so he's
got the pedigree behind him of NHL and stuff like that.
yeah. There are a few guys,
But I did
like
like it's like one of those though. It's like it's the WHL. Like it's you push your message. Same with I have the same thing with CFL. You should never be saying no to things. So I was just curious.
And
if
thankfully,
it's-
Dan Neer, the commissioner for the league, has been on the show a few times and wants, I think, more interaction between the teams and media. Just because it's hard for the WHL sometimes to get the exposure in Western Canada and even the Western United States. So
Well, even just nationally too. Like it's easy for the OHL to be talked about on something like TSN or Sportsnet.
sure.
It's right in their backyard.
Yep.
Even the Q, it's right there. And even though TSN has all the CHL rights,
That's right.
Western Hockey League's all the way over here, and they really don't have much out here.
Yeah. No, there's no.
There's not even a sport. The radio stations, they're all out east and all that.
Well, and I haven't even heard like when they shut down in Calgary and Vancouver this year, that affects the Hitmen and the Vancouver Giants. And I know Calgary, the Flames are on
770.
770, but I don't know what the Hitmen are doing yet. I haven't heard if that was part of the deal. So I don't know if Calgary has a radio deal this year or the Giants. But like the Oil Kings haven't been on terrestrial radio for the last 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah.
It's on all on iHeart as well. So we'll see. Digital radio, it's the way to go.
Digital radio, way to go.
Exactly.
And that might be the thing for the Hitmen at the very least. Like they might just be looking at the Oil Kings and going,
Yeah.
oh, that is a possibility. It doesn't.
I think Edmonton and Portland, I believe, are the only two that don't have a terrestrial radio deal.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and Portland actually came from Edmonton way back.
That's true. Way back when.
Is the
Yeah,
original
wasn't
Oil
there
Kings.
another?
Yeah.
There's 3. This is the 3rd rendition of what is the Oil Kings.
Correct.
Well,
This
there
is
was
a rabbit hole I went down just the
There was
other
the
day.
Edmonton
I couldn't
Ice.
remember.
Yeah.
They moved to Cranbrook,
Edmonton Ice, yeah.
and then they moved to
Winnipeg.
and now
And there's-
Wenatchee.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to get that new
Wild,
rink that never happened out in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg.
Right.
Yeah. What a cluster that was.
Right, because there was it was the Oil Kings, like one of the earliest teams in what the Western Junior Hockey League,
Right.
I think at the time. And
Pat
then,
Quinn
yeah.
was on that team?
And successful.
Glenn Sather.
Glenn Sather, too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Al Hamilton, I think, was on
Yeah.
one of those
Didn't
teams.
Rick Lawler have something to do with one of those teams?
Could be. I
thought he was part of one
I
of
know
those
I'm
Oil
old,
Kings
but I'm
teams.
not that old.
That's a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
I thought Rick had something to do with that.
I mean, I went to watch AJ hockey in Red Deer when they had the Rustlers and the Sutter brothers all through.
Oh, yeah.
through there, right?
Cool.
So, I mean, that's kind of where my foray into some of the stuff came from originally.
Wow.
I was a kid running around the Red Deer Arena
Wow.
watching the Rustlers win their championships with Kissio and all those guys way back.
Well, Brent Kissio is the new coach in Red Deer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just,
This is fascinating. Yeah.
how, is AJ all good now? Do you
I'm
guys
sorry?
know AJ?
You know, I haven't been to an AJ game in.
But is that league
In a
kind
while.
of in a good spot? Do we know?
Well, I think they added more teams once some of those teams left.
Yeah,
4 teams
'cause
went
I
to
don't think-
BC, right?
I don't think that's going the greatest as they thought, the BCHL.
I think
Like you lose Penticton,
yes.
Yeah.
that's a big loss.
That was big because I think at the time Penticton was one of the driving forces between to get that change where I think it was 5. Was it 5 AJHL teams went?
Black
It was
Falls,
Brooks, Black Falls, Spruce Grove, Sherwood Park,
Park.
and
Olds?
No,
No,
still in
no.
the AJ.
maybe it was only 4.
Those 4 for sure.
Yeah. Somebody will correct me if I'm forgetting somebody. But yeah, and then a year later, Penticton leaves and comes up to the Western Hockey League. So like I don't think there was a BCHL player or an AJHL player drafted in the NHL this past draft. And I think that's the same what's happening in the USHL though. Like players are starting to bypass those leagues and coming to the Canadian Hockey League as 16 or 17-year-olds. And I think that's going to continue. So while the AJHL is still in existence, I don't know that it's going to draw a lot of NHL scouts anymore.
This is where that pendulum, we're seeing how it all shapes out.
Yeah.
Like NCAA is just going to have more drafted players. CHL is going to keep having draft players, but that's where it's going to come
Trickle
from
down
now.
effect, right? They don't have to bypass the WHL anymore or OHL to go to NCAA hockey anymore, right?
That's right.
Whereas before they had to, which is why you'd see Cale McCarr, Holloway, those guys play
Celebrini.
playing in the AJHL or the USHL because they didn't have another option if they wanted to keep their college eligibility.
Yep.
Sell this fully, completely goes.
Yeah. It's 5 teams, by the way. So
was the
yeah,
fifth?
Who was the other?
Bulldog. It was Okotoks Oilers.
Oh, right.
Of
Yeah.
course. He wasn't.
Yes,
that's
thank
where I
you.
got the O
Did
from.
you look that up?
Yeah,
or
I
did
just looked
somebody
that up.
pointed
No.
out to us.
No one
looked
has
at it
jumped
for
in on that part yet. There's Christo saying, isn't Swift Current's head coach American?
No, he's from Newfoundland. Travis Crickard. But he just took over the job at the end of April, so maybe it was
Prior to that one.
yeah. Although I don't think I'm trying to remember who their coach was last year, but I don't think he was American. Tough to get Americans to Swift Current, and that was something that Crickard was talking about too. And import players, like you can draft 3, but doesn't mean you're going to get them all.
Yeah,
But
some of them will stay overseas, right, and play.
Well, because if you're not familiar with Western Canada and you hear Swift Current, you might not have any idea where it is, and you look it up and it's like 20,000 people or something. It might not interest you, but once you get there, it's a cool little town. I mean, the building is small. I think it's the smallest in the Western Hockey League, maybe Prince Albert. But with this influx of American players coming up now, and they do have all 3 of their import players that they just drafted signed, maybe it's starting to change a bit there.
Go ahead.
Some of these teams, not so much in Edmonton, obviously, because we have the Oilers, but some of these other communities, you walk down the street and you're like a god there in some of these communities because you play in the Western League.
Oh, I thought you meant you.
No, not me. I've never gone anywhere. Closest I get is to get to be the Pope, but that's about as close as that gets. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're the big show in a lot of the towns. I mean, you have an NHL city here in Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Other than that, and Seattle, I guess now. But you're hockey-wise, you're the big show in Kamloops or
Portland would also you got the Trailblazers.
Portland is very much a
Unique.
NBA and college town.
Yeah.
But they have a good following in Portland.
I know that. Yeah, Gagers talked a lot about the Winterhawks and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, everywhere else,
that's
you're
one of
the
Edmonton's team.
top spot.
Yeah.
Like
The Oil Kings went.
That was
to
where one of
Portland,
the Oil
right?
Kings. Yeah.
Yeah. The Winterhawks.
Yeah.
Right on.
And Vancouver had a team, or Victoria had a team before they moved to Prince George, right? Graham
Yeah.
was on the Victoria Cougars
Yeah.
before he got drafted.
Yeah, there was two teams on the
There's only one on the island now, Victoria.
right.
where's
There
Vancouver
were-
playing out? Is
Langley.
It is Langley.
But there's a new rink coming up in Surrey that'll be available in 2030. That's, I think, almost 10,000 people.
Yeah.
And they've already said that
They're going there.
They'll move there, which will then free up Langley for expansion potentially. Because they're trying to get a franchise in Chilliwack, but that
Go
seems
back
to
there.
be
Because
But it seems to be
they
a
went
bit
to
of a-
Victoria. Chilliwack Bruins.
the
they
Chilliwack
went to
Bruins went to Victoria. That's got to be, I don't know, 2010, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they weren't in the league very long, were they, as Chilliwack?
No, 3 or 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
It's wild seeing how it all just bounces around.
I
Yeah.
know, seeing the map. Yeah, it was like a 10-minute video that I was watching.
We're coming up on 20 years of the Oil Kings. Or
Yeah, this
2007.
This will be the 20th.
I was one of the
season.
founder club members. back
yeah,
in the
did
day.
you got one of those
Cool.
jackets, the red
I
jacket?
have one of the red jackets. I wear it when I
Nice.
go to referee now, actually, because I don't want to wear a team jacket, obviously, right, for anything
Right.
I coach. So I wear that one to go referee.
Nice. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, 06-07 was the return year. So this would be the 20th season. I don't know if they have anything special planned.
Huh.
I haven't seen any like 20th anniversary logos or anything like that.
06, 07?
Yeah.
I think it was 07, 08, but I could be,
Let me check.
could have been 06,
I thought it was
07.
when I retired. I graduated.
Because I know when I bought in the founders clubs, you had to have a 3-year commitment to it. And then at that point, life changed a bit. So
Founded
Give it
in
up.
06.
What was their first
Is what
season?
it said. Season by season record 07-08
was the first
It was
season.
the first season. Yeah.
Okay.
They went 22, 39, and 4.
But
Is that
then
right? Really? Jeez, how did I get that wrong?
Well,
came-
I mean, yeah,
they
let's
came back
so
in 06,
19.
right? They got the. They
That's
got
when
the
Kevin
franchise,
Lowe
right?
went and got the whole thing done.
Huh.
But then what season is this overall?
So
It was
this
07,
isn't
08. We're in 26. This is
updated.
season 20.
But yeah, that would be the thing though. Then this would be season 20. 1,
Technically,
2,
it would be,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now this is the 20th season.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of actual
Of on
operations.
ice, it's 20. So they're I'm actually it's a solid point there. Like they're unless they're waiting for the 20 like to complete 20.
I'm not sure what
And
their
then
plan
you
is.
do we've been 20 seasons in now. We move forward with that or something.
I don't know. I'm not involved with that stuff.
Yeah, because some teams even like for centennial seasons for I guess like Bruins or whatever teams like. Do you do it playing into that season?
Usually
Right?
you would because
Yeah.
it's that season. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Is your 100th season, for
Yeah.
example, right?
So that, but and well, the crazy thing too is because what's 16. This is we're through 10 years of Rogers Place. This is the 11th season the Oil Kings at Rogers Place. I
Yeah.
think. Like
Yeah,
that's
I think so.
ridiculous to
What
think.
was that? 2017?
16,
17
was their first season.
So
There
yeah,
you
it'll be
go.
10 years.
This will be the 10th.
This will be 10
No,
years.
this would be the 11th season.
This would be the 11th. Yeah.
the 11th season?
They've
Oh, that's-
done 10 seasons because you're right. Like if you're on the
Yeah.
same numbers, you've completed a cycle of 10.
Oh, right.
Now you're on your next cycle of 10. So yeah, we're going into our 11th season of Rogers Place in the city.
Jeez.
It ain't no new rink anymore.
I remember taking a tour before it opened in September before it opened.
I remember opening night. The Oil Kings played the first game there, right?
Yeah.
And the crane broke down,
Came in, so you had a delay to start the game.
spitting out transmission fluid all over the ice.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
it's like an hour and a half delay. This big crane out on the ice. Yeah.
Good times.
And on the radio,
no
you try to
kidding.
kill time. How do you do that? Right?
Yeah.
God, I don't even remember
Talk
what
about
we did.
WWE wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like the Hell in the Cell. Yeah.
Choreogram. That I was going to mention the Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account because I can't think of a cool handle. Like Choreogram's got Instagram, which I think is awesome.
That's a great one.
That's a great one. So if somebody can think up a good one for either the Guy Flaming, which geez, that opens the door up to a lot of bad possibilities. Flaming Guy and all that, or the Pipeline Show. Let me know. Put it in the comments because I'll go back and I'll watch this and. on
So if you
YouTube.
need a Pipeline
needed-
Show, Keep Flaming Instagram accounts.
Yes, give me an Instagram handle.
Instagram's only been around for how many years, and Gee's trying to get on.
Yeah. There's.
But I won't do it until I have a catchy
You want to
handle.
You can change your handle later.
Can you?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, can you do that on the Twitter?
Yes. Which somebody needs to tell Dusty that.
I
Yes.
know. It's still Nielsen _
Nielsen TSN
1260.
1260.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 years.
It's only been 3 years
1260 since 1260 shut down, you know?
Yeah.
Why can't just go
He doesn't know what he wants to do. Well, that
Nielsen-
initially was he never knew what he wanted to change it to.
Nielsen _
So
EST.
they have Insta-Gee,
Insta guy.
There's probably
Insta-Guy
better.
and all that,
Well, I know,
but so
I
just throwing that one out there. Abudski, Flin Flon Bombers moved here from 78, 79 and became the Oil Kings for one season before moving to Great Falls, Montana. Those Oil Kings were the last to call the Edmonton Gardens home.
Okay.
Above average, YouTube Trev says at that Guy Flaming. I don't know. Some are coming in, so you might have a couple things
That's good.
to choose
Thanks.
from. You've got do you have your Insta? How did
Yeah.
El Presidente come up?
Well,
That's a good
I was president of minor hockey in Tollfield for 8 years before it shut down. And one of the guys I coached his kid for a number of years. Every time he kept calling me Your Excellence or Your Highness or El Presidente once I became president, right? So that's just kind of where it came from.
I love it.
So it's just kind of gone from that. And that's kind of where that's come from. I was actually invited to the kid's graduation party a couple years ago. Family barbecue and stuff like that, and was invited to come over. He goes, he's always treated me well. Invite him over. So I ended up going for a little while.
Did he call you El Presidente?
Well, his dad always does, yeah.
So you just aren't. Yeah, that's the name now.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Do you ever go by a real birth certificate name, or for EST purposes, is it always El Presidente?
Well, for EST purpose it is, but my last name's actually Pope.
Pope.
Yeah, so that's where the excellence comes from, right? Your excellence.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So it's just kind of grew from that. Essentially, is all it's done, right?
You need to get one of your hats or your hands on one of the hats from the Chicago White
Yes.
Sox game from a couple
There you
days
go.
ago.
That's what I need to do.
Because the Pope's from Chicago.
Okay.
And as a White Sox fan, they gave away
Some of
40,000
the Papal hats.
black Pope hats.
Black Pope hats.
Because it's the White Sox and all that. And they had
Right.
all these people are wearing the Pope hats out in the Chicago White
Great
Sox
promo.
game.
Oh, there you go. I got to find that one of them now.
You'll have to go grab one of those so then you could be part of that one.
That is awesome.
Casino Dealer Jay says, I thought he was El Presidente because he was the leader of the Nasties. And then El Presidente, how many Tilly's pizzas have you had? Every time I'm in that country, I need to stop and get a couple for sure.
I've heard.
Oh,
that it's-
it is fantastic, and the staff there are fantastic people. Like the owner, Gus, the pizzas are like thick.
Where's Tilly's Pizza?
In Tollfield.
Tollfield?
Yeah, and if you head out that direction and you go to Tilly's, you're gonna be full after eating a couple pieces of pizza. Even as a young guy, Zach, you would be full eating a few pieces of this pizza.
Good.
It's there. It's thick.
When
Lots
you
of
say
toppings.
thick though, is it like the top? So
Yeah,
like
the toppings
thick
like
meat
the
or
yeah, like lots of
Tilly's
meat,
Pizza.
lots of right. The crusts aren't
Yeah.
super thick. I mean, they're not thin crust by any stretch, but they're not that you're not eating just crust.
Ooh.
But they are.
They look pretty good.
They are fantastic pizzas.
Okay, yeah, that's a
I think that's the pizza.
Yeah,
That
like I
is
said,
a
they're-
pizza.
Yeah, it's like
Is
a
that like
homemade pizza. It's like
Chicago
it's almost like a Chicago deep dish.
Yeah, cool.
That looks great.
Might have to drive to
It's an
Tofield.
old school looking building too. That's how you know they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you know it's a good
Yeah.
spot.
There's not that many restaurants in Tollfield, and I'm 10 minutes down the road from there. So
Didn't we used to do at the old building? Somebody did like a go to the small towns and drink the town dry kind of run, pub crawl sort of thing.
Yeah, we did the small town pub crawl twice on the Bear. I did it once. And we went to the yellow school bus, 2 of them or whatever, and we went to a couple small towns and just drank to a couple of those pubs. Yeah.
We should do that with pizza and go to Tilly's.
And just hit a couple pizza spots or like food, like best foods.
Yeah,
Of the, so pizza and Tofield, and if you go,
Yeah.
because where's the steak?
Bruce,
Bruce.
that's a
has
little
the
further, that's
steak.
further down.
Also,
Highway
Kalmar
14.
does it. Not Kalmar. Clyde, Alberta does it on Friday nights.
Big steak?
night.
I know if you're going to Bruce, you have to book in advance. I looked a month ago, and there was a few weeks they were already booked up.
Yeah,
So you have to book ahead if you're going to Bruce. But I've been there once to eat that.
but you do it on a weekend. You call my bus company, Harold's, out in Kabar, and I'll drive the bus.
And we could just do a whole bunch of food.
Yeah,
That would be
I don't
good.
want Dusty or Benny on it.
No, because they won't eat anything.
Well, the steak, they'll eat the steak.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
we're
with
eating
ketchup,
multiple food
probably.
options, like there's going to be something that maybe they're like, oh, really?
Tilly's
That's
has,
like,
Tilly's has a pretty diverse menu.
yeah, I don't want.
Fair enough.
We don't
We
need.
can't even test.
We
it,
don't
right?
need these people to like all of a sudden just
I'm
like, well, no, I
picky.
can't eat this, I can't eat this, I can't eat this, and then we have to deal with trying to find something for them.
You gotta pick
I'm
it
picky
off.
like Dustin and Trev seem to be, so I could share a pizza with those guys.
That or for Dusty, you do a chicken tenders and fries tour, and
Right.
find who has the best chicken tenders and fries.
Right.
That would be a good one. Because there's a spot in Winnipeg that he goes to every time.
Oh,
has
that's
the
Elephant and
dill
Castle, but it has the dill sauce that you opened.
That I did, yeah. I mean, we don't look at the past, Matty. We try and build toward the future and be better every day. He hasn't even brought it up. I had him on as a guest when I was guest hosting, and he didn't say anything about it. He didn't seem very upset, but it still irks me probably more than it irks him.
I'm sure it does. Sure, it keeps you up at night.
It does. I was actually
Baptized
thinking about
Big
that
U, Collington.
Collington, yeah.
Never heard of it. That place actually
It's up by Athabasca.
has this steak night on Thursdays.
I was there 3 weeks ago.
Yeah?
For the steak night.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I got
Good
a
steak
brother-in-law has a cabin out by Rochester, so we made the extra 25-minute drive up north to Collington and
No way.
Collinton, no G.
The only thing that I know the boys did at the old place, they'd had the small town contest trying to find the small town of Alberta or whatever.
Right.
And their criteria was
No Boston pizza.
was it no Boston pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
no
the criteria.
Boston pizza, and Gibbons was the ultimate winner.
Oh, yeah, that was
It a
with
nod,
Reed
and
and
that's
Jay?
where they went. No, this was
this is a
back
morning
at
show.
1260.
Oh, there's
This
a-
is back there. Yeah.
It was a morning show thing with LT and
Yeah,
really?
LT
Oh,
and
we did
Dusty were
some-
doing Small Town Tuesdays.
Okay.
That's
right.
what it was. Small Town Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find, they were just highlighting different small towns. And then they did the bracket or whatever it was to determine, I believe it was Gibbons. Because then they did a watch party out there for a Blue Jays playoff
right.
game
Yes.
back then. And Eric hitchhiked out there. And they had the good time. And that was when John Gibbons was the manager of the Blue Jays and all that. Yeah, that was a fun one. But yeah, it was it couldn't have a Boston pizza. That's what it was.
Oh, I thought, okay.
Or Baptized Big U says Mundare won, didn't it? Then why did they go to Gibbons for the Blue Jays game? Or was that just because
I think it was just because Gibbons was
because?
the manager.
that they went out there for the
think
Blue Jays
so.
game?
And Mundare's a little bit of a hike. I'm not sure LTU would be able to hitchhike that far.
No,
Hey,
but
you
Mundare
can
has a
probably
great
get
golf
away.
course.
Yeah, whitetail.
Yes. The guy that used to run it, Lawrence was awesome. It was a big 1260 fan. He was great though. Always took care of people whenever they went out there. Great course. I haven't been out there in a number of years
Whitetail
though.
Crossing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what it is. Right.
I think it's still named that.
Huh.
It's owned by the CCT company now. So it's them, Redtail, Goose Hummock,
Yeah.
Raven, Sandpiper, River Ridge, Montgomery.
It's a lot of courses.
I think there's 8. There's supposed to be 8 courses, I think, that you get with that card now. So,
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I heard about it a few times. Well, I think there was an inverse kind of thing on the Reed Wilkins show with Jay Milne at one point where they were looking for small towns, the best small towns that like had a BPs. So it's like you're just at that point where you can have
Now you have a BP, so you're at that next level.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one when they were doing that.
That was just that's what I thought you guys were referring to, but
No, that was back
small towns.
morning show. I say
There's a lot of
Big
good
Uke
small
says it
town
was
spots.
the watch party and the bracket were separate events. It was because of John Gibbons and Gibchella that they ended up going
Yeah,
together.
they were going to do
Gibchella?
Gibchella. Yeah, they were going to do a concert series out there, Gibchella.
And the Drink a Small Town Dry was with the Bear.
Yeah,
That wasn't in
small
TSN?
town pub crawl.
That was
Because
in
a couple of
1260?
myself and Eric jumped on it. I think they did it twice in Edmonton. I did it once, and then they did it in Calgary. So a couple of us drove down and did the Calgary one
I
too.
thought it was small town, like Thorhild. I thought.
Oh, we did some small towns.
Okay.
I don't remember which small towns, but like we hit up the small towns, but it was through the Bear.
Okay.
There was 2 fights on it. No, one fight. There was one fight, and then there was one time where somebody had an issue with Raimai. One of the people, and like it was this weird thing, and then eventually you came on. And he says, "If you have an issue with Raimai, I know the issue's with you. Get off." And we left the guy in the small town that we were in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could see why that came
He was,
to an
he
end.
was trying to fight Ryan and all this, and it was just a really weird thing. And again, it was like if you have a problem with Ryan Meyer, then the problem's entirely with you.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to know what the issue is at this point. It's you. It's clearly you. So we left the guy in the town. He was causing a lot of issues. But yeah, then there was a fight later that night. As the Bear.
I could see why that went away. Unless they're
I think
still doing it
Lachlan
that way.
Cross was part of that fight, who was an employee of the Bear too.
Yes.
I think he was involved.
I wonder if there was any paperwork after that or just
Nah, you don't tell
it's
anyone. I
long
don't
gone.
think our boss was ultimately on that one.
Oh, that's good.
So it was
Donaire Lair, we need to get that going.
Donaire Lair,
Yeah, where you
where we wanted to try
Best-
every Donaire.
yeah.
Well, there was a contest that was just done by
The best
Oilers
Donaire.
Nation, so
Yeah, that'd be,
unfortunately, Manas did not win.
Mena didn't
Who
win.
won?
Famous out in Sherwood Park went back to back.
Okay.
So,
Dang.
but yeah, there was the initial plan was to though do a podcast and try to hit up every Donaire shop
Right.
and sit and eat
Critique
and
it.
go through it and try to hit everyone and then determine which one's the best. But
Well, I
that-
guess that's been done.
I think that would not be good for our health. I'll just
Ew. Well, Trav
If
used
we
to eat
ever
donairs
won.
once or twice a week, I think, at the old place when he first discovered really the beauty of a donair. But
You
I
guys
don't think
donaire
that
guys?
turned out very well.
I've
Go
had
ahead.
one in my life.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's crazy to me.
It took me a long time to try a donaire. The problem is, like Dusty, I'm not a guy who likes a lot of stuff in my donaire. So when I order, the last time I went to a donaire place, I said, I'll take the meat, I'll take some cheese, maybe some onions. That's it. And the guy was like, what?
no lettuce.
No, I don't like hot and cold in the same bite.
Oh,
I
that's
can see
fair.
that.
It's a texture thing.
I get
Like
that.
I don't like vegetables on my hamburgers. Just it drives me crazy. So no,
Sweet
Well,
sauce
JJ Ross
or
is the
tzatziki
ultimate.
sauce.
Same way?
not Suzuki.
Tzatziki's one that I
tzatziki.
think people use.
It's more like it's a garlic sauce, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the
I think
sweet
some people
garlic
will use
sweet
that
sauce.
one.
Yeah.
Either one is okay.
Mix
But
them all together.
but like light of it. I don't want it to overpower the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not much for putting a lot of vegetables on things either. So Subway, my stuff's pretty basic. So
Yeah. My Subway order is like a club with lettuce, spinach, and the crunchy onions, and that's
you
it.
get more than I do.
Yeah.
See, now
Well,
I
you don't
just want
wanna
to
load it.
overload it because I just want everything.
With
Almost everything.
veggies, though?
Well,
Like
I'm
you
talking
almost
about
want to
with
get
the
more
veggies. Like,
okay,
I want olives and I want the jalapenos and I want the cucumbers and I want the lettuce. I want tomatoes.
Usually I go that way, but can't you? No, I guess you can't ask really for more meat unless you pay extra.
You have to pay extra.
Yeah, which
in
kinda
this
sucks.
economy, Zach, what do you expect?
Come on. Well, somebody was apparently paid with the Taco Supreme. They were talking about food. We like talking about food on EST too, but Reed and Benny yesterday, or not Reed and Benny. So sorry, Jay and Benny yesterday were talking about food or weird food combos that they don't like weird requests that they make.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in and said like the Taco Supreme from Taco Bell. They actually realized that they're just paying $1 extra for 4 tomatoes. So they didn't want to pay the 25 cents per tomato. So then they just got the normal tacos.
Yeah, because they didn't want sour
you don't
cream,
want to pay
right?
that. Yeah, you just don't want to pay. Don't pay the extra if you don't have to. I don't know. I load them up too. The olives are pretty good. I love all of them. all of the olives.
Good one, Zach.
Thank you, guys.
I'm
here.
not giving you credit for that one.
I'm not here all week. Actually, this is my last day. So
The EST is presented by Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. It is coming up again September 15th. Wednesdays just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday today. Every Wednesday from 4 till close. Get 10 wings for just $10 or go big with the wings and Frank's platter for $19.98. Dine in only. Mr. Mike's, eat locally, enjoy casually. Today's category that we quickly need to look through, it is recurring guest of the year. So we had guest of the year last week where we discussed, that was more guys who come on once in a while, or maybe just once. I see Glenn Suter's on the list. So there's a guy that, throughout CFL season, he might pop up a couple times on our station. The recurring ones are the more on a regular basis. You can set your watch almost to them. So Craig Button, Eric Macramella, I'm looking in this. Bruce Boudreau, Luke Gazdick. I'm gonna miss a few here because we've kind of mixed them all into here.
Does Mark Killam count?
Mark Killam would have to be in that list. There's no question. Darren Drager, Greg Ushinsky, Ryan Rashog, Noodles, Mike Carafalo, Jed Roberts.
Who does EST Afternoons, Hernan and Joaquin have regularly?
Mark Majot,
but it's only been through the summer, so I don't know with that.
Still more
I guess
than,
he's on
still
every
more
week.
than 2 or 3.
He's on there. He's on
recurring.
a regular. It's every Tuesday, so you're right. They could have had Lee Hacksaw Hamilton if Hernan ever just locked in Lee Hacksaw Hamilton to a weekly thing that he hopefully will do this year.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we should maybe.
He's always happy to do it.
He is the best, man. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton talking NFL. When he joins us in the Great White North, he sneaks that in at least once every interview. He says, "Thank you for those in the Great White North. It's always nice to join you guys up in the Great White North over the border." So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had him on.
He was on last Friday, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think
Danny
he was on
didn't
last
tell
Friday.
us anything about the Great White North. He didn't give a shout out to the Great
No,
White
he
North.
did. No, at the end of the
At the
interview.
end he did, but not at the beginning.
Yeah, usually
We're
we
hoping
yeah,
it's
we
at
were
the
hoping.
beginning.
We were hoping.
Is Jeff Palmer considered a guest?
Well, Greg Buchanan.
No, he's part of the show. He's part of the
Greg
show,
Buchanan would
unfortunately.
be
Greg
regular.
Buchanan can be in that.
He's up for a lot, actually, Greg.
Is he?
Yeah, segment of the year
possibly
for-
up. It's the list
Sure,
get whittled
the
down to about
nomination.
10, and then it goes to a vote.
Yeah.
Not all of these will go to. There's got to be
Right.
a level of that. So we'll
Yeah,
see how many
Wagon
Greg
Wednesday was
Buchanan goes up
phenomenal.
there. So that's quite a few recurring guests. So this is more so guest of the year has morphed into this. Bruce Boudreau is the defending champion of this winner. He's the recent winner, and Luke Gazdick won the first one ever. So that we'll find out who the next winner is September 15th. Stay tuned to the Nasty Club members for your vote. I'm thinking about splitting it up into 2 votes. In that I might send out a few early ones to just get the voting going on and having those up, and then later putting up some of the later ones for the vote, just so I could start working on presentation and things like that, having the finalists determined a little early as opposed to doing it all later. I might split it up early next week into here's the first half of the voting, we'll run it for the week, and then after that do the second half of voting and run that for a week with the different categories. So stay tuned to your email to all the Nasty Club members for that, because you get a vote if you're an annual member, and the staff gets a vote. So also you guys stay tuned for my emails.
I will.
Do friends of EST get a vote?
Well, you could, but the thing would be is that you guys then can't vote for. Well, I guess you guys would be able to vote for friend of EST still, because these guys vote for whatever else and all of that.
We can vote. We can vote for anything that's up, Manny.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I guess you can vote for yourselves.
Yeah. I vote for myself every day. every time I wake up in the morning, hoping for a good day. Well, there's ways to do it. I don't know. There's
The only
I've
person that's
definitely
yet
voted for
to
myself.
win yet, I think, is Jay
Is that right?
Yeah.
from staff.
well,
Wow.
can I?
He doesn't want to win.
He's gone out on a limb and said that he does not want to win at all.
Yeah, he's
he
saying
wants
that
to be the
publicly.
Robert Downey Jr. of
He's saying
Oscars.
that publicly. So now, like, what is he expecting from listeners?
Well, knowing Nasties, they're going to vote for him anyways. now.
Right. So I think, like, is he really not? Is this just his way to try to get a thing? He's like, I don't really want
really
to
don't
win.
want it.
Oh shucks, I don't want to win, guys. And then he's gonna get the sympathy votes, and they're gonna push for him or something.
Well, maybe he doesn't like public speaking. I don't know. I'm not a public speaking guy. I won that first year and I got really nervous on stage.
See, and that's it. Like, radio people, we're not all public speakers. I hate public speaking.
Me too. Yeah.
Jay does not seem like a guy afraid of public speaking.
Okay.
He was in sales. I don't think that's an issue.
I suppose.
Sure.
The guy's okay. He's such a personal guy. He's okay with that. I'm with you though. I don't like public speaking.
Yeah.
It's not something I
It's
enjoy.
nerve wracking. Yeah. Even in front of like 5-10 people. Like, I think the bigger the crowd, obviously, I think the worse it is. But when it's intimate, you're like, oh no, there's only like 5 people. Like, where am I looking here? Knowing that 127 people are viewing, more are listening right now. Like, it's just us 4 in this room.
Gosh,
right now
I got
right?
nervous.
Sorry.
I was nervous before I came in here today, to be honest. But
Well, you're doing a great
It's different
job.
when you
guys
don't
are
see
doing
people. Like text is
Yeah.
one thing. but
Totally.
that- When you see them,
I know.
that's different.
Like
And
I
you can
tell
see
people
when they're bored.
People say, like, how are you not a public speaker? You're on the radio or was on the radio and you have this show and like you do hockey games and like nobody can see me. Like I can't see them. They can't see me.
Yeah, you're like John Cena. Can't see me.
hey, nice pull, bringing it back to the wrestling.
Yeah, thanks. See, I can tell that you weren't fully amused with that joke, Maddie, by the way you reacted. I can read cues.
Oh, geez, Zach. I'm gonna have to put you on a count
was
on the
a tough
Hangout
one.
moving forward of how many times you could do that per show.
A dad joke?
Yeah,
They just take the air of the
where
room?
they'd be like at a certain point, like Zach, no, you've hit your limit, no more.
Yeah. Only 2 a day. Yeah, it was like when we first started EST meetings, kind of at the old place. Like how many questions I can ask, and I think I was limited to
That's
3.
right. I remember that.
Yeah,
Well, because like there is a level of we all want to go home, and you're still asking questions, and that's not
Some of them
just
are
a
pretty
you
good.
thing, Zach. That in all meetings, in all workplaces, there's always that person that asks just that extra question or two. That everyone's like, "No, we're done. Like we just want to leave. Why are you asking another question?"
yeah,
You became that guy.
yeah. I
You
felt-
haven't since. I will
Well,
give you
hey,
that.
I also was a newbie. Like I had for Vengeance Media, I'm returning like doing play-by-play for them, and there was a big meeting yesterday, kind of just a rundown of everything, and I was just like waiting for it to end, and I didn't want to be the first guy to leave the virtual meeting. Not that they would really care, but I didn't want to be the first guy, and it was like there was a couple questions afterwards. I'm like, is this how I am in meetings? Like that's literally what I thought. I'm like, is this how like Maddie and Dusty and Eric and all the other guys view me? So yeah.
I'm going to help you out. The answer was yes.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a question. Thanks for answering.
Badger has text thoughts on BX and Friedman not being signed yet. He's texting, and that's just the story has come out that it sounds like Ron McLean will return for Hockey Night in Canada. Well, not Hockey Night in Canada, so that's gone, but Saturday nights for Sportsnet and Friedman and Bieksa. The thing the way I read it from the report was they're also trying to do Amazon work. It didn't scream to me that they'd have to pick one or the other, but they're trying to work their contract so they can maybe do both. I think you'll see BX and Friedman both be doing Sportsnet still on a regular basis. It's just a question of will they also be doing the Amazon games on Wednesday. So we'll see how that fully plays out. It seems like there was a lot of expectation there'd be a lot of changes happening to the Sportsnet broadcast moving forward because all the contracts were done. But the reports are, it sounds like it's almost going to be just the same thing. The product's going to be the exact same outside of a couple small pieces. So I don't know if that's good or not bad for hockey fans out there in Canada.
Well, I've been
I'll
around
leave
a
that
long
up to
time. Like I remember Ron McLean and Red Deer on RDTV. So
Wasn't he doing weather?
I don't remember what he was doing. I mean, I was fairly young then, but before he moved over to CBC.
Right. That, I mean, like you think you'd want to freshen it up maybe a little bit. Like what are they even
I would have
calling it?
thought that
Just-
there would have been something different. There would have been some more
Well, there's no
difference. but-
Kelly Rudy, right? So
That-
somebody's
he's
got
one.
to
That
move
is
in.
true.
So he did a little bit, but he didn't do that much panel throughout the year. He was more in playoffs, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was doing color for the Flames.
Right.
So they're replacing him with Kevin Sawyer or something from Winnipeg.
Right, yeah.
I think that's the report there. But for the regular season, it sounds like for the most part it'll be the same. Which I know there's a lot of hockey fans that kind of wanted something different, change. But we'll see what they're going to call Saturday hockey. I don't know if anyone saw what CBC's doing because they don't have Hockey Night in Canada anymore. They're doing curling. They signed a deal, and there's going to be there's a few Saturday night curling events that are coming to
Really?
CBC. Yeah.
Was that some of that Grand Slam of curling?
I believe it's with the Grand Slam of curling. Yeah. So that's what CBC is now going to have on that. So imagine that first. There's people out there that have no idea Hockey Night in Canada is over.
Right.
And they're going to throw on Saturday night on
It's gonna be 8
CBC.
p.m., yeah.
And there's going to be some angry tweets of people like, why is there curling on? Where's my hockey game? That's going to be
funny to see.
fun to go. We're just closing in on the start of hockey season. I'm still not ready for that.
I know. Like when so you said training camp begins.
Oil Kings
Oil
are
Kings
start on Friday.
On
Some
Friday.
a couple of teams have already started. Vancouver is starting. What's today? Wednesday. I think they started yesterday.
Jeez.
So, yeah, Portland actually did it this past weekend. Now that the Oil Kings have a summer conditioning thing for their rookies, and but Portland did that this past weekend. So they kind of do that and lead into their main training camp this weekend. But yeah, the Oil Kings start on Friday.
So for you, like when I know training camp starts Friday, but you have the Pipeline Show season 22. When does prep for hockey season start, or does it ever stop?
Well, quite
Deflating?
honestly, the fact that I'm talking to all the GMs for this week and the next 3 weeks after, that's a lot of my prep for the upcoming WHL season, because then I'm getting a lot of inside sort of knowledge and get educated on all these players. Thankfully, with the Oil Kings, I'm pretty familiar with the players they have on the team and guys who are trying to make the team this year. Kurt Hill was always really good about answering questions, and Michael Chan's the new GM there. A lot of turnover, like a lot of changes with the Oil Kings this year. New trainer, new head athletic therapist, new GM. So there's a lot of new faces. It's definitely a new era for Oil King hockey. So there will definitely be some educating I have to do for myself. Like their head athletic therapist, it was just announced yesterday that he's gone to the Tucson Roadrunners. That's Arizona's,
Right.
not Arizona, Utah's affiliate.
Yeah.
So they're looking for a new trainer.
Wow. Yeah. 3 major pieces. I mean, people have been there. Like,
Yeah.
Well, obviously the
With
general
Rogan.
manager graduated,
Yeah.
and the equipment manager as well, also taking that next step to join the Oilers. But
Yeah,
then
Kurt
that
Hill now
third
an AGM
wrinkle.
with the Oilers, and Rogan Dean now a equipment guy with the Oilers as well. So good, awesome for those guys, and
No kidding.
well deserved.
Now, is there a main storyline as you sit here right now for the Edmonton Oil Kings training camp that
Yeah.
you got your eye on?
For me, it's half the roster will be different.
Yeah.
Because guys have moved on and aged out of the league. Some guys like Adam Yako is a signed player at the NHL level, so he'll be playing in the American Hockey League at least this year. But they've also, like Blake Fiddler's gone. He's going the college route as a guy with junior eligibility still. So they've got probably 10 openings, and they have so many players coming to camp and guys that they have signed who will be rookies this year. Like I think right now, 17 or 18 forwards are signed, and you're not going to keep 18 guys. So there's going to be some healthy competition at training camp. So for me, that's the story, is to see how all these pieces come together and who actually makes the team.
Do you still get out to a lot of games?
Well, I've got season tickets. I've had
you
season
still-
tickets for Oil Kings for last, I think this is year 3 or 4 again. Got back to it again.
Nice.
I didn't go to very many games, obviously, the last few seasons, coaching and refereeing and stuff. But this year, we'll see how the baby does and see if we get her to a few games this year. But I anticipate I'll be able to go to a few more games this year than I have in the past.
Great.
They've had some good. They always have good theme nights and all of that. So
Yeah, they announced some of those.
well, they've already announced. I think Teddy Bear Toss is into the upper bowl
December-
for sellers.
Yeah, that one's always
6th.
insane.
Yeah, I need to get on my tickets for that. It was like the Estes. So
Well, that's the thing
too
with the
quick,
Teddy Bear
right?
Toss is it's like you have to jump on that because you won't get a ticket then. Like if you wait, and yeah, they're into the upper bowl for that. And I don't know, I can't remember what the breakdown is, but I think it's like 60-40 seats in Rogers lower bowl versus upper bowl. So like they're well past the 60% sold and stuff. So if you want to go,
And it's August. And like that game's not until December.
once the season gets going, then people will start thinking about it and like, oh
right.
yeah, and then ticket will be gone.
The
So
Oil Kings have done a pretty good job. Like I get emails regularly about what's coming up and pre-sales and stuff like that too.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
So I was able to get, if I wanted to buy extra tickets, I could have bought extra tickets for the Teddy Bear Toss night, right? A couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, they sent out like feelers, I guess, or their promo team, like, hey, any interest in like power packs or whatnot. I know the Oilers do the same thing, but yeah, it's nice to have the email sign up, because you get those emails where it's like, oh, this promo night's going to be announced or whatever like that through the
Just
Oil
as a
Kings
reminder,
or any-
maybe I
yeah.
want to buy some tickets for it.
Yeah, no joke, no kidding.
I need to get to over under for Play Alberta. Download the app, visit on playalberta.ca. All the money staying right here in Alberta. EST Specials gets loaded up throughout the day with all sorts of specials for people here at EST or some of the nasties. Playalberta.ca/EST for more details. I'm going to put you guys on a little bit on the spot here. And this might be a high line. So playoff series won by the Oil Kings this year, 2.5.
Wow.
Playoff series?
Yeah. So over puts
that
them
you're
into the
getting to the
conference finals or
conference
to the finals. Under means they get first round, or don't make playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's a put like it'd be the final four of the WHL. A little high, a little lofty.
I think that they finished third in the conference last year. Considering the amount of turnover in the roster, I think it would be putting the bar pretty high to say that they'll be better than they were last year. I don't know that they'll be much worse. They might be. I'm going to say the second round. I'm fairly confident on, but
Who knows how that one goes?
going further than that, I think might be lofty expectations. Boy, I'm going to get in trouble for underselling them. I think realistically, they're probably top 2 or 3 in their division, which should put them in the conversation for home ice advantage in the first round, and go from there.
Yeah, if you get second round, then you just see how it plays out.
Right.
But
Well, there's always upsets too, right? You never know who you're going to end up in the second round with.
Yeah.
But and again, with the turnover being with NCAA and all those programs,
Yeah.
kids could come back after Christmas too,
That's
or
true.
leave potentially, right? So
yeah, who knows
I
what
thought
happens
it
with trade deadlines and all that.
yeah, I'm kind
loads
of
up,
wondering
who
if they
doesn't?
would the second round. I would think probably getting to the third round would be pretty tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I set the number very high.
Did they lose in the first round?
Yeah, they got
and then
upset.
second
They,
round.
they were the
year
home
prior.
team
Yeah.
against Saskatoon, and they lost it in 7 games. Which,
Right.
credit Saskatoon. The Oil Kings had some injuries, and you don't want to use that as a crutch, but it was a reality. But yeah, they were upset in the first round.
Right now I'll sit here and maybe say the under, but
I'll
as
go
we
over.
said. You'll be
I'll
the
go
one taking
West. I'll
over.
go
Okay.
Eastern
Yeah.
Conference
Bang.
finalists.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
at least they're going to get there.
I'd love for them to get there. Don't get me wrong. 'cause
That'd be fun.
Their
Be
playoff
good,
packages
yeah.
are fantastic.
It's a chance to go see playoff hockey at Rogers Place, and ultimately, most people can't afford to go see the other one in the playoffs.
True.
What is that playoff
It
package?
used to be, and I'm not sure if it's going to continue on. It used to be $99 would get you all the playoff games.
I remember
right,
that
they
for
had that
back at
last year.
Rexall Place.
They've had it the last couple of years again back in Rogers too. So
Yeah.
you buy
Kevin
your tickets,
Radomski, yeah.
$99. You get your tickets for the whole playoff run.
So if it might be
But
just
it-
2 games.
It might only be 2 games,
but
if
it
you're-
might go all the way to Game 7 of the Western Conference Final, and
Yeah.
you've made the
and
cost.
it costs you like $5 a game, right?
The cost per game drops significantly on
Yeah.
something like that.
I didn't want to be the one. I didn't want to be the shill for pushing Oil King tickets, but so I knew you would be able to do it. But yeah, that's
I don't think there's better bang for your buck for
no,
hockey.
even season tickets. I think you can get into the building for the entire season for $2.99. I think.
Yeah,
is,
that's what I'm in the end zone. I'm right behind the visiting net.
And how many games is there again?
36
WHL?
home games.
yeah,
So that is phenomenal pricing.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Like, actually less than
290
$10. I
it's
less than $10
under
bucks a ticket.
$10 for a seat all season long. Like there are other markets in this league where you're spending $25-$30
or more.
for season tickets.
cheaper than the popcorn in the building for your
You're right.
ticket, right?
Yeah.
Quite literally, and also, I mean, you compare it. I know it is a NHL product, but if you wanted a seat or like say lower bowl, maybe you can get a ticket for $150 for the Oilers.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you get a
it's
pair
night
of
and
those.
day difference.
$300 for one game
Yeah.
compared to the 36
Yeah.
home games for the Oil Kings. So.
Yeah, the cheapest pay in full plan is $2.99.
Yeah, and that's usually the end zone. They usually knock off the Zamboni end zone. I think that's more.
Yeah, that one's not there.
Yeah.
It's everything behind the goal line where the Oil Kings attack twice.
Yeah, that's
they
where my
use it.
seats are.
And then there's 2 sections on the other side of that price for
Right.
$2.99. But even if you then just want to jump up to one of the sides, it's $4.59.
Yeah.
And then $4.35. Those are the 2 pricing there before you get into the club and all of that stuff. That's even then, if you want to jump into those spots, that's so reasonable for tickets and all of that.
Yeah, I think the club packages, there's so many add-on bonus
Values to it.
thing that they toss in there that it's pretty attractive.
What's coming up on episode 2, season 22, coming up this weekend?
I got 6 GMs this week.
6?
Yeah, so I'll have 6 guests. There's 23 teams in the league in 4 weeks until the season starts. So 6 this week, 6 next week, 6 the week after, and then 5. And I'm doing it in reverse of the standings from last year.
Oh, sweet.
So I got the 6 worst teams or the 6 lowest teams this year because you'd expect those to have the most changes. So I've got, who did I speak with? GMs from Lethbridge and Vancouver, Swift Current. When I get home, I'm chatting with Bliss Littler from the Wenatchee Wild and a couple other teams also this week. All those interviews are done except for the one that I'm doing today. So again, you go to the Patreon page and you can hear those now. But then the show is packaged together and on EST Saturdays at noon.
Pipelineshow.com for more information. Get into Patreon.
You got it.
Get Guy, help Guy out with all of the costs for running the show, which is an excellent show. So
Thank you.
And then, as you say, Saturday noons, we're here on our audio stream. But yeah, pipelineshow.com.
And Monday as well. 8 o'clock.
Monday we play at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, right after,
after
MCTV.
Yeah. And what do you got for the rest of the day, El Presidente?
Oh, probably back to the office now to
Yeah.
work. Had to make some money somehow, pay for these tickets.
No, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Guy, thank you for coming in
course,
as well.
thank you.
Zach, what's coming up on EST Afternoons today? Do you know?
Yes, Justin Dunk from 3 Down Nation to talk all things CFL. Week 13 on the horizon starting Friday. We got Hernan's World for the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Hall of 4 mixing it up for a day for Vayush and Who Dis with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage 1 to 3 EST Afternoons.
That's all to come here in Edmonton Sports Talk. So we got Lock Shop, we got Oil Stream, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Mill, no Reed today, and then Crush Performance on our audio stream a little bit later tonight. So thank you very much for tuning to the Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. On behalf of Guy Fleming, El Presidente, Zachary Kubusch, I'm Iwanyk. Again, thank you very much for tuning in on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports presented by Play Alberta. Dusty Haas Lock Shop. In just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.